Last week was good.
Is Dakota going to be
She should just
on
stay in
too?
chat every week.
We'll see.
now on.
So hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Loot Die Repeat, where a bunch of us newlyweds. Well,
Soon
one
to
of us
be.
newlyweds and one soon to be newlywed. Sit around and roll some dice. We do a lot of laughing at each other and some collaborative storytelling known as Dungeons and Dragons. And we're excited for you to be here with us as we continue our epic story of fighting and dragon slaying, and tonight some minotaur hunting.
I hope your wife's not watching.
And so welcome back, Molly, after your honeymoon, and trust that it was amazing.
It was.
And really glad to have you back. And we are unfortunately without our
Fair enough.
our wizard tonight, and so we will hope to see him back next week. But if you have missed any of our episodes, you can catch all of them on YouTube. They're all up there, and we put them up immediately after we play, usually on Wednesday mornings sometime. And so you can check all of those on YouTube. And of course, we would love for you to subscribe on YouTube. That's free. And also, if you're watching here on Twitch live, please be active in the chat and consider following us. Or it is September, so subscriptions are half price. You can subscribe to us here. And if you have Amazon Prime, of course, you get a free subscription each month, which we would really appreciate you sending our way. There are also giveaways that we do every single week. Tonight, we're going to have two separate giveaways for these four figures here. The first giveaway will be for this cool elvish archer and this delving soldier with the torch. And the second giveaway will be this monkish soul knife dude and this wizardy robed lady here. And so we're going to give away those four figures tonight. And you can participate that so long as you are in the U.S. or in Canada, not including Quebec, and we will tell you the code word to type in the chat when the time comes, and you can potentially win those prizes.
Hashtag Sola rocks.
Maybe. Yes. We will see how Sola does tonight. And there's also some chat commands. You can type in ! commands, and they'll tell you all of the different chat commands that are available to you to kind of stay engaged and involved in the chat here on Twitch. And if you're really excited about what's going on in the story and want to help some of our players out, you can purchase advantage for a player for 100 bits, or for all 7 of us at the same time for 444 bits.
What's disadvantage?
Disadvantage for the Dungeon Master is 500 bits because
highly encouraged.
Not really encouraged. I do currently have.
We have to counteract all of these.
Do they carry over from the last time?
They do. So I have 2 disadvantages that you guys can select. What?
Make that 3.
3.
Thank you, but no thank you. And I do have 6 advantages.
6?
6 advantages. So
I think I have one.
I will say, for the sake of, well, I think fairness and honoring the purchased bits of our viewers, if the team elects to give me disadvantage, I will not use one of my advantages to counteract it.
Oh,
so
that's fair.
I
How
think
noble of you.
I think that's a fair.
Where did this change of heart come from?
Well, I think it should be like spell and counter spell. And like,
it's not fair that
you have to cast
advantage again. Disadvantage again.
You have to cast it on a higher level.
5 of my advantages. Yeah, so I think that's a fair way of handling
disadvantage has disadvantage.
All right, so you can also, of course, let us know what you think we should do as we're playing, and we would love for you to chime in and let us know what decisions we should make. So most of us are on the chat, watching and paying attention, and so we would love for you to say hi and be a part of that. All right, I think I have remembered everything, and so without further ado, we will jump into tonight's episode of Loot, Die, Repeat.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey!
And of course we begin
I didn't miss that.
I have to change it up for you.
Are you in character
I'm
or is that
sorry.
No, that was actually.
Oh, okay.
How does wah,
could be.
wah, wah,
It could be
wah.
It's not. It's Joe.
All
I think
right.
that's the secret. It's always me. I'm always Joe.
So we begin with our recap. And our party, Moniker, they still haven't changed their name, has been tracking and trailing the Minotaur up from Amphill into the Westwood. And after exploring the Rundrith Manor, decrepit and decayed, learning that being one of the layers of the Dark Lady, our party parlayed with her and gained some information and a couple of marks with Vincent, and returned learning that she had not allied herself with these attackers because primarily they had gained the alliance with the Cult of Dragons, who she despises. So tracking the attackers of Amphill, primarily Minotaur and Fire Cultist, into the West Wood, our party followed the trail and came upon a strange change in the forest. As the foliage turned from a vibrant greens and yellows of summer to the dark oranges and auburn browns and reds of fall. And they came upon an odd cottage in the woods that was emitting a beautiful melody after having been attacked by multiple will-o-wisps, and finding this refuge in the forest that the will-o-wisps didn't seem to pay mind to. They approached and were introduced to Auntie Aloester, who they began to affectionately refer to as Gam Gam. And so Auntie Aloester warmly greeted them, and Kildrick, their new dwarf bard, was able to secure one of the seeming gauntlets he had been looking for. And
From Gam Gam?
it was
No, I got it fair and square.
traded
I would never
traded a
steal from
vial
Gam
of dragon's blood to Gam Gam after some hard bargaining. She also had some many other interesting magical trinkets, but they decided to pass on by. But perhaps most importantly, they learned that the leader of their quarry, Hackel, the Minotaur who seems to share the same curse of life as Eli, had met with Aloester and was on his way back to the cottage as they spoke, and would arrive within a couple of hours from the caves in which they made their base of operations. And so our party, after taking a short rest, has just stepped through the threshold of Aloester's cottage back out into the fall foliaged woods, and is determining what they are going to do next. Now,
I gotta roll hit dice.
Hmm?
Gotta roll hit dice for the short rest.
Yeah,
we already did it.
so
We did
several of them already did that.
Gotcha.
So just you.
Sola, you had been whisked away by the power of the necklace previous to your party going off and exploring Rundrith Manor. So you know nothing of the Dark Lady other than her name, and that your party was going to go and explore that. You know that their Eli and Rygar reported the trail leading into the Westwood, and as you and Melsine were about to engage in the conversation as to what to do next, your necklace began to glow the vibrant blue that it normally does when you're teleporting, and as reality bent around you and there was a flash of light, you and Sola and Melsine, you find yourself emerging with another flash of light and falling. As you get your bearings about you, you are able to look, and as you slow fall yourself down, Melsine continues to plummet. I need you to roll an athletics check to see if you can grab her.
+6.
Your athletics.
-1. Never mind.
Yeah, is -1.
15.
15. So you're able to reach out and grab her under her shoulder as your descent quickens, but as you are slow falling down, you don't smash into the water about 50 feet below you. Instead, you come to a kind of, well, slow yet firm touchdown in what you can see are an ocean around you. Nothing but water as far as your eyes
I
can
start
see.
freaking out.
Because you do not like water.
I died in water, man. That was my
Yes.
death.
You lost your
Yeah.
hand too.
I have like PTSD from water.
Yes, and so as you touch down, you immediately feel the anxiety rising in your chest. Melsine, of course, is at home. She breathes water. But perhaps most troubling of all is as you look out on the horizon, there is clearly a large storm that is approaching you. Melsine looks at you and says, Are you going to be okay? What? I'll be fine. I can breathe and swim just fine, but you don't look so good.
No! Okay! Help!
And so you begin to sink beneath the waves as
accurate.
you are unable to swim very well without your
Other
right
hand?
and you are kicking and frantically trying to keep your head above water. Melsine, not knowing what to do as she tries to hold you up, is able to buoy you above the water. And for a time, you're able to kind of catch your breath. Calm down, calm down, calm down. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay.
Tidal wave.
Using my intense practice of monkish ways, I am able to semi and very slowly calm my heartbeat down so I can take at least shallow breaths. Still quick, not normal, but I'm no longer freaking out.
Okay, all right. This is good. This is good. But that storm is very, very bad.
Is there land anywhere?
Roll a perception check.
Ooh. 16.
Perception is +6.
16 + 6.
So it's impossible to tell in the direction of the storm as you see nothing but a wall of dark, roiling clouds and flashing bolts of lightning that is bearing down on you rather quickly. In the opposite direction, you think you make out the makings of land in the far, far horizon, though it's very difficult to see above the quickening pace of the waves as you're in open ocean, but the storm is churning the waves. You estimate that you have mere minutes before the storm overtakes you.
Melsine, I'm gonna try to use my cloud jumping boots. Can you give me a boost to start me off and then meet me where I land and then just keep on going? Because I think it's gonna be faster than swimming. You have to help me out of this. I'm not gonna survive the storm.
I don't know. I'll try. And she casts guidance on you,
Oh, cool.
and you roll an athletics check and she'll roll an athletics check to try to boost.
Can she cast guidance on herself since she's really good hunters?
She is weaker than you,
Fair enough.
Oh,
so she tries to boost you up as you jump, but as you jump, you kind of push her further down. And she gives you no.
She swims.
She, yeah, but go ahead and roll your athletics.
20. Minus 1, 19.
And you're able to get a good jump, and you land about 15 feet forward as you are into the air, and then you jump again. Roll another athletics check.
8.
And you are still not quite used to using the boot to jump mid-air another distance, and you get about 5 more feet.
Faster
As
than I can
you
swim,
then
though.
land in the water, as you splash down, the water falling over, engulfing you as you quickly doggy paddle back up to the surface. And then Melsine swims over to you and says, I don't think this is going to keep us out of the storm. We're not fast enough. You're not a strong swimmer, though. What are we going to do?
I'm trying to do something. Do you have any ideas, man?
There's only one thing I can think of. And she takes off her necklace and puts it around your neck.
But this is from your father.
Yes, but this will let you breathe water.
But it means you can't get back.
As long as you're touching me, we'll be able to get back.
Left hand.
And so...
Yeah, but then how am I going to swim?
And so as you dip below the waves, you allow your lungs to fill with water, and the storm, as it kind of begins to rain around you,
Necklace did that. That's kinda cool.
and the rain picks up, and the waves start going. You two both go below the waves as the storm begins to pass over you. And 10 minutes goes by. 15 minutes goes by.
Can we still swim towards the...
Absolutely. And as you're swimming...
I'm holding her hand and just kind of like kicking.
As you're swimming...
But very clumsily.
The waves begin to churn even more greatly. And you are struggling against the tossing current of the storm.
Can I give Melsine my necklace so I have hers and she has mine, so in case we let go of each other, she'll still make it back when it activates?
Absolutely. So you go to
But
take
first
your
we got
necklace.
separated!
Yep. But in the midst of that, there is a flash of lightning that hits the water just above you. I need you to make a Constitution save.
Okay. Am I still guidanced, or...?
You are not.
Okay.
This is +2 on your save.
4.
As you go to take the necklace off, the bolt of electricity slices through the water and impacts and jolts you. You are stunned. And you
Nice.
you let go and begin to sink down beneath the waves. She tries to swim after you as a wave comes and tumbles her away. You are now separated by about 30 feet of water as she has been thrown and tossed back to the surface. You try to swim towards her. Need you to roll an athletics check.
I have a feeling I'm going to leave Melsine behind. 12.
You struggle
She dies
against
in
the
the water.
waves, but you are not a strong swimmer. You're breathing and you are doing just fine, but
I start panicking again and hyperventilating.
you start breathing the water in heavily and yelling out to Melsine, and you can hear her above the din of the waves screaming, "Sola! Sola!" And as you break the water, another wave comes along. I need you to roll an athletics check.
Wilson.
9.
9. As the wave crashes against you and a flash of lightning hits, you see Melsine struggling against the wave, trying to swim against the current, and a wave crashes over her and she disappears out of sight.
Oh
Oh,
no.
this sucks.
Oh, she did.
As the storm continues to rage,
Am I underwater or above water?
you have been pulled back underwater by the current. You pop back to the surface, scanning, but the waves continue to toss and turn. This goes on for several
I'm
hours.
going to try
She dies.
Mind Link when I first break through to
Yep.
see if she's within my 30
Yep.
range.
She is nowhere to be seen.
Melsine!
So you yell out as this goes on for hours and hours. The necklaces begin to glow once more. And you are whisked away. And you appear on what looks to be an island. And as you look out, you can see the storm in the distance. And you get the sense that you've not been teleported far from where you are. In fact, this may be the island that you saw. Melsine, however, is nowhere to be found. And as you're on this island, you wait and a day goes by. Another day goes by. I need you to roll a perception check.
Can't play message in a bottle.
What is it? Plus
Plus 6.
16.
16. As you search the island, there is a little bit of vegetation, a little bit of water. And there are small little beings. You don't speak their language. They look almost like plants. They have rudimentary little spears and shields and green bodies.
This is your god! No, I'm kidding.
You are able, through your mind link, to communicate them, and they, in their own way, tell you that they're refer to themselves as vegapygmies.
That's really cute.
And they have kind of high squeaky voices, and they talk a lot like this.
Kind of like candy.
Hi, pretty lady. And they care for you,
Aww.
and they take you in because you are no threat to them. In fact, you're the first visitor they've seen in many, many months. And you're kinder than the large people usually are when they come to this island. I need you to roll another perception check.
The question is, should I leave a necklace behind? 12.
As you scan the horizon every day, hoping that Melsine would find her way to this island, you see no trace of her. But what you do see shakes you to the core. As in the horizon, you see a large creature flying.
Oh no.
It doesn't seem to be coming towards you. It seems to be passing by. And as you follow the trail of this creature, which you see clearly to be a dragon,
Of course.
in fact, it's a red dragon. As you rush to the highest point on this little island and strain your vision to see, I need you to roll one more perception check.
$24.
And you can tell without doubt
It's the same dragon that killed
that
me.
this is your dragon.
Oh.
That is flying towards more islands on the horizon. And as you see that dragon, as it disappears from view, you're overcome yet again with the memory of your lost home and this wretched beast that took everything from you. And as you're lost in thought for several hours, the necklaces begin to glow again. Reality bends around you, and you wink back into existence. Catching your wits, you see a fall foliaged forest. You hear the playing of a violin, and you look and find your friends, along with a dwarf who you've never met before. But you do not have Melsine, who is lost at sea.
I'm gonna immediately take off the necklaces, hold them in front. No! Don't you dare! Take me back to her! Take me back! And then
You all see
fall on the ground and start sobbing. I can't lose another one. Not another friend.
Hole runs up. It says, "Are you alright?"
No, Melsine, she didn't come back with me. I don't know where she is. She could have been eaten by that dragon. That stupid dragon ruins my entire life. He killed all my family, and now he's probably taken Melsine, and I don't know how to get back to her. I don't even know where I was. She's gone. I abandoned her. Like I failed the village. I failed her.
It's a lot of failure.
A lot to take in.
Yes.
Melsine will make it back. She still has her necklace.
We don't even know if we were in the same plane.
Wait.
And
Why is she holding two necklaces?
she gave it to me because we were stuck in the sea and a huge storm was coming and we couldn't survive, and it gave me the ability to breathe underwater.
So Melsine does not have a necklace?
No, I was trying to give her my necklace, but the waves separated us and she went flying and I couldn't see her for miles. I was there for 2 days I poofed onto an island and she never showed up. We were swimming to the island, so I thought she could make it. You know, water's her hometown, but perhaps she went to a different island or just got so far off course she couldn't find
This
anything.
is troublesome. So she got poofed away to a land we don't know and has no means of getting back.
I believe because I saw the dragon that killed my town. I believe we were still on this earth.
This
Yeah,
plane?
At least you
This
didn't get left in
plane.
the 9 hells.
Yeah, that was terrible, let me tell
That
you.
would've
But
been-
Yeah,
anyway,
just an oceanless expanse.
do you know where you were? If you were on this plane, where did you go?
Surrounded by water we saw one island. I lived on a tiny island. I don't know how far dragons can fly. I assume they're large, so they
Pretty
can
far,
fly
yeah.
far. So we could have been anywhere.
Do you remember if... Oh, you guys didn't see it. I think when I look at the map, I can see where the pendants are.
Yes.
When I use the blood.
She has the
She has
pendant.
both.
She has both.
Oh,
She's here. Hey, can I see the
Need to make
your
a
old
knowledge
one?
check.
Have you met Thor? He's not Thorg. Have you met Kildrick?
That's my father.
Thor's really your father?
No.
I was gonna
Oh,
say
okay.
plot twist.
You can ask him that.
He's not my father, but he was my daddy.
He trained him.
Do not bring it up. He already knows.
He knows.
Oh,
Hold on to that.
Sore subject.
Just wear it.
What is this?
It's a necklace. Wear it.
he trustworthy?
He's a little dwarf. There's not much he can do. I almost feel like we have to take care of
You
him.
can trust me.
There was one bard that almost killed our entire group.
That's not this one. Trust me.
But if he was trained by the same man,
Ah, well, Thor wouldn't have done that.
We went down that road. He also doesn't know that part of the
What
story.
are you talking about?
Nothing, man.
shouldn't he know it if he was the one that
Listen, he was always so nice to me. This
Yes.
dwarf,
Jax as well?
this dwarf is like a young
Also
toddler
have a-
running into battle with the parent having to grab him and save him from whatever danger he's running.
We
Let's
have
try
a
and keep the info.
we have a
on the
symbol.
DL.
This is T for tier.
Ah, yes.
It means what you
Tear
were
out?
what you were gonna say
Shut
verbally.
up.
Say internally where only tier can hear it.
I'm gonna mind link you.
Well, before you start
be like-
doubting my trustworthiness, my name's Kildrick. It's nice to meet you. I'm really sorry for your loss.
Your name? What are you doing here?
It's a dwarf name passed down through our generations.
That's not why I asked. Why are you joining with us?
They
What's
took
your
me-
purpose?
They took me in.
For what reason?
I was alone, searching
Ye-
for some things, and then they took me in. They gave me a home.
So the only reason you're with us is because we happened to come along?
Listen, we were having a jolly good time, and now you're coming and bringing all this negativity in here. I don't even know who you are. I should be asking you if I trust you. I know these. I'd die for him. Well,
You
he-
would die
actually,
for
well, you know,
him
I'd rather
and you
have
just met him?
I'd rather have him die for me because there wouldn't be as much of a consequence. But still,
Yeah.
So he just knows
I hope he's talking
everything?
about you.
No,
Oh,
he doesn't know everything. He knows enough, and we vetted him thus far, and he seems like a good guy.
I brewed some good beer. But
He
the
did.
Dark Lady knows everything.
The dark. Oh yeah.
did you make another acquaintance with an evil person?
Vincent just kind of hangs his head and steps into the shadow. Doesn't say
Mhm.
anything.
This was before we decided to reach out to Tyr in our mouth protrusions of words.
Yeah.
Listen. In my defense, he made a pact with.
Who is this right now? Is this
Vin-
Matimer?
This is Vincent. In my defense, he made a pact with the bartender down in
Time out.
Waterdeep,
I had no choice in that. That was a life.
The barnacle band.
and we're all working with the Blackwoods. And I thought, what the heck? Maybe she'd be helpful, and also she
Her
has the.
legitimate name is Dark Lady.
Actually, it's Nervarine.
Nervarine.
She's a shadow dragon, we think, but that's besides the
A
point.
shadow
If
dragon.
there's anything I've learned,
Aren't those the people that were killing the infants?
Nope,
I'll
those
tell
are
you what.
Oni.
Those are only.
she was very nice to us. She was nicer than you're being to me.
She can also hear everything we're saying.
No, wait,
If
isn't
there's
he right
anything
here right
I've
now?
learned, justice, truth, righteousness, it may not always be
dark or light.
That is true. That is a journey I am experiencing with you.
So we don't
This
know
is
what to conclude about the lady that is dark yet.
Though I'm pretty sure she's evil. But, you know, people make stupid decisions, right?
Regardless, we are in the middle of something right now. So
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Let's bring it back to center.
What are we
glad
going to
you're
do with Melcine, though?
I will pray. Hold my hand.
Thoughts and prayers.
Hold my hand, people.
Okay.
Tyr, Bring you up to date.
Guide us. Reach out. And guide Melcine back to us, back to safety, where she belongs. She does not need to be tossed around in the ocean forever, for she is our friend and is willing to serve for the goodness of your mission. Thank
Roll-
you for joining me.
Roll a
Amen.
religion check.
7.
7.
7's the godly number,
I
so
think I only have a
Number of perfection.
extra points.
Sola
8.
has
8.
advantage.
Hey! Thank you.
From OG Fluff Fluff.
Thank you.
That's an interesting name.
You sense Tyr's presence with you, but you get no audible or even clear response. Just you feel his presence.
Cool.
He heard your prayer.
Before I put the necklace on me, I'm
Thank you,
going to
Fluff
look at
Fluff.
it.
She gave me advantage too. Sorry. Or he.
I'm going to look at it one more time and just be like, I'll protect this, Melcine. I know you needed to protect this, and now I take it upon myself. Put it on
I
me.
know we all care for the Melcine, but unfortunately there's nothing we can do at this moment. But
Yeah.
we have to deal with the Minotaur. He is, who knows, he could be upon us at any moment.
The Minotaur?
Hackle is very near.
The
So,
one that took
I think
out
we should talk
Amphel.
about strategy.
I'm going to get some radiant sunbolts getting ready.
Listen, I'm gonna do something to
I could
prove.
go for a fight right now.
I'm gonna do something to prove to you you can trust me. How do you all think about me being bait? I'll sing my songs. I'll lure him in. And once he comes at me, you guys just
Eli, what
attack him.
Listen, I've seen
are you going to do? He's going to go for you.
I've
Actually,
seen
that brings up a good
how
point.
easily you can be charmed and get brought into danger in battle. Are you sure about this?
Yeah, by an attractive lady, not a minotaur.
You are the most expendable, for sure.
Keep going down that thought process.
Do we know how far away you can track or you can feel whatever it is that you
So
can
far, when I've been able to feel the life course, about 500 feet or so
do?
away.
So there is no chance of a surprise then.
Yes and no. So, Artemia, back in Waterdeep, she could mask her heartbeat.
Oh, so then you can mask it as well.
I don't know how to do that, though.
So again, there is no hope for a surprise.
Probably not.
Perhaps when you start feeling him, could you run out of range until we have him quelled and then you
But
behead him forever?
That will affect
Or
if you take him out of battle.
We
as
could
well.
use him as bait.
No, we do not want to use him as bait with the Minotaur.
We won't let them get close.
He will get close and he will kill Eli. That is a guarantee, I can promise you.
We also know is he not with a gang of Minotaurs?
I guess I'm pretty
We-
weak.
She doesn't think very highly of you, huh?
No, she does not.
No,
Madam.
I just know the Minotaur will always get to him just like he did before.
Wait. How strong do we think Gam Gam is?
Gam Gam said she won't fight.
Right.
Well, she
And
said
won't
that
allow
no-
fighting to
no,
happen.
right?
So let me explain this too. Gam Gam is very old if she's with one of the hag coven that turned me into me. She's reformed, as she said. I don't know if we can believe
She
her.
only said that to you, so
Oh.
this is new information for
Wait, so
Wait,
a hag coven
hag
turned
coven?
you into
Like-
you?
Yeah.
The story we heard that the
Yeah.
kids and women, she was a part of that.
Hold
That's
on.
no, also new information.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah. I feel like we should all know this.
Okay, we don't have time
Madimer,
for this.
get outta
but
here.
Tyr, please
I am not
protect
leaving
me from
the
this.
aura of this music because I don't want to be killed by the wisps.
Long story short,
Who is this?
Madimer-
Holy mo!
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you.
2 more disadvantages?
What?
Is that what it is?
Do I have 5?
I don't know what it is yet. I don't know
It
what
just
it
says
is yet.
1,000.
Blue
Just
box
1,000.
Please be
Please be
disadvantages.
disadvantages
Two.
on the DM.
or 10 advantages.
On the DM.
No,
Anyway, yeah.
we can talk about this another time.
yes. Gam Gam lives in this house right here.
Lady. This is
Is she another dark lady?
No, she's a hag. We'll cover this later. She won't let us fight on her property, so whatever we do can't happen here. We have to move. Sneaking up is going to be a hard option because if I can feel him, he can feel me.
I have an idea.
Let's hear it.
If you're used as bait, we know he will get there. If I sneak up and attack him and use stunning strike, he could be stunned if he is able to be.
So here's the other part of that. He's traveling with at least
Yes.
3 more Minotaur.
I am less worried about Hackel and more worried about the group of them.
3
Oh.
Minotaur.
If he can feel Eli, I'm
No.
sure they will not leave his side.
Right.
DM's discretion. Oh, that is awful. I don't know what that means.
So I have 16 advantages.
Dude, we're doomed.
No. I will say that.
Why don't we just do one for everybody?
I will take
No, it's his.
another disadvantage, and you each have another advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
So we've got to watch out for his buddies. We know Hackel is right now looking for things for Gam Gam. He's going to come back. This is the safest spot we can be in because none of us can fight here.
I have another idea too. I can calm down the wisps by playing some music for him.
How do you know that?
I feel it in my soul. Let me just try it.
Okay, walk outside right over there.
What's a wisp?
I stand next to him in my shield.
The little glowy things that are flying around out there.
Oh, are they
If
going to
you-
attack
I have a
us?
song coming
Get
to mind
close,
about
they will try to
fireflies.
kill you.
Oh,
Right.
perhaps we should leave this area?
I'm gonna calm them.
Sorry.
I like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems when the will-o-wisps fall asleep.
How did you turn your pan flute into a guitar?
It's magic.
Wait, they didn't attack us.
No, they actually went away.
As you saw the will-o-wisps begin to close, as you pass out of earshot of the violins playing in Gam Gam's hut, as Kildrick begins to play on his guitar / lute,
It's guitar now.
his guitar,
Alright.
the wisps immediately stop and hover and just begin to move away, seemingly soothed by the music.
How long will this last?
I believe as long as he plays.
Okay, so now we know he has protection if we're within a radius of him
Yes,
from the wisps.
That is
Give me 7 of us,
fairly
Take on-
helpful, thank you.
4 Minotaurs.
Alright. Also, that means that, yes, he's not in the fight then.
So I mean there are only 7 of us left then.
Who's the second?
Vinny and
Ratman.
Ratman.
My name's Matimer.
Latimer.
Oh, yeah, he's
Do they
traveling
leave
with
the
us.
area, or do they just fall asleep where they are?
He and Morthos
They
seem to be
all just kind of
buddies.
recede back into the
All right.
forest.
Well, how about I?
We picked him up.
How about I join y'all?
We saved
And
him.
if we start seeing him come back, I'll run off. I'll start playing for him again.
Did I?
Yes.
Now
Go
you
me.
do recall that the wisps slowly crept up on you,
Right.
and you saw them coming. It took time for them to engage. You get the sense that so long as you are playing, if you were to engage in a minute or two of fighting, that wouldn't be enough time for them to swarm you.
The sound waves are still.
Right.
They're still blown away.
So it's off and on. All right, guys. So again,
it is still potentially 4 Minotaurs.
right. They're not all as strong as Hackel. Hackel also has just recently died. We know that from at the Dark Lady's
That is correct.
mansion.
Listen, I've taken out Hackel before. We can do this.
We didn't.
We've done this before.
Yes.
And
But
we
if you
lost.
recall, that was most of us barely made it out alive.
And
But some of us, it was our first trip into destroying evil.
Since I don't have my gloves, I'm not exactly the strongest of the party, so I might die.
And your fingers work well.
That's what she said.
Wait, I do not see.
Hole did not say.
That was Tyr.
That's terrible.
We either must just go headlong into battle, or that we use you as bait. I see no other
Set
choice.
yourself up.
But we know that Hackel will not cease off of Eli. He will throw everything he's got
That
at
is-
him.
But that is why we are here.
It's vice versa.
Why is that?
We're bound
Not
They
to
have
each other.
a feud. It's really long
It's
story.
like a family feud.
Why
Yeah.
am I traveling with you again?
You
I
want to
have
go
no
north?
idea.
And you're just gonna fight people the whole time?
Pretty much.
We have to have a talk.
Yeah, after this fight.
After this,
This one's inevitable, bud.
Okay. We still have to have a talk.
He has hurt this party. Didn't last
Wait.
time we fight him, Rygar got sent to some weird void, and now he has
That's
superpowers?
true, bud.
Was that fight?
Yeah, it was.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
that fight.
that was
Hand on the
fight.
wall.
Yeah.
Another plane.
So maybe
Got
if we
the
fight him
void.
again, Rygar will get even cooler superpowers.
Or he'll die.
Wait,
Yeah, then.
Mortimer. Mortimer?
Madam.
Matimer?
Matter. Yeah. That's me.
What abilities do you think you can lend us during this
Does he
fight?
bite people with those?
Don't know
teeth?
what you do.
I can choose to remain unseen if I care to.
That
And
would be useful.
I know a little bit of magic.
Why don't you
How much is a
go
little?
with the bard as the bait, invisibly?
I can do that. I can make him invisible too.
Oh,
Can you make Eli invisible?
Of course.
That's
Could he be
not
able to
gonna
track
matter.
you?
It only lasts about an hour, but I can do it.
Hold on. He's gonna have to play music at some point, so they're gonna hear it. The Minotaur is gonna know where he is,
He's going to feel him.
but you may be the surprise
1 minute with that.
that
I can
is
hide.
needed to hold them off for enough time for the rest of us to engage.
Listen, he's sneaky.
I think this might work.
I'm sneaky. I can do this.
can we get into a flanking position?
Ooh,
If we can
yes.
draw them out
Mm.
and we flank behind,
I say that we need that. That is what we know that they're at the gate, correct?
Can we just ask Gam Gam if he can? She has any way of muting his ability to sense him.
I don't know if I want Gam Gam having any part of this. She was very clear.
But he was saying that he might think that
Especially
she
now
was
we
might
know
be trading
what
him.
she is.
Hag.
And they said she was very adamant about no fighting occurring, and do not know that she would.
Well,
want
why
to
don't we
be a
say we're
part of it.
throwing a surprise party for Hackel?
I think she knows better. I think we need to find a good spot to ambush him, and using you as bait.
sure.
I don't see any other way.
Sure.
We know,
Sorry.
we know with you at
Sorry,
least,
Eli.
we can control where it takes place.
Does anybody have any health potions we can
Nope.
give Eli?
We got
Can I
nothing.
use that
'Cause-
potion I got from Info?
No.
What about
What
a
is
neck
that?
guard?
What does
You
that do?
handed that over to him.
What does he have? What is it? A potion of? I forget.
I have nothing.
Okay. So we have no health potions. You have a med kit. Not a good.
If you
We
get a
lost our
scratch.
healer. Do you, Matimer? Are you able to heal anybody?
I can heal.
You can heal?
Sadly, healing is not one of my specialities.
It's in fact it's the complete opposite. That is a speciality.
Right.
Yeah,
Taking your health.
I kill things.
Oh,
When I need to, I'd prefer to remain unseen and just learn.
All right. So
So
if I go down, don't let him cut my head off.
he'll die
we
forever.
we will not let that happen.
That's the only thing I ask. Don't let me die. Die.
I'd rather die.
Kildrak?
Children.
Killed.
Kildrick. Make sure to save some healing for Eli.
Got it all for him if I need to. All of it's for you.
Yeah.
Unless
Well,
I need it.
maybe not all of them.
All right.
Unless I need it.
We need to scout ahead and find a spot.
We
that
gotta
makes sense.
find out. Well, maybe we can ask Gam Gam what he was looking for. That might point us in the direction of where we need to start tracking.
Start tracking.
I walk back to the door and knock on it. Gam Gam?
Evinrude, we have guests. You still haven't. Come.
Hey, Gam Gam.
Yes, Eli?
You mentioned that Hackel was getting you some things.
Yes.
Do you know what did you ask him to get?
Ingredients for the potions, for the
Yeah.
healing.
What goes into the healing potion?
Well, you need a little bit of the nern root, and you need a little bit of the blood blossom, and you need a little bit of this and that, and so on and so forth.
Okay, so are the this and that's and so on and so forth not as important as the nern root and blood blossom?
Those are the hardest things to acquire, yes.
Those are the two hardest ones.
Yes.
And in what direction do those usually grow? I'm curious because we don't have a healer and we may need to brew some ourselves.
They're from around the forest in the depths,
In the depths,
the dark places, yes.
the dark places.
Nunnalut likes water.
Okay,
You can find it usually around the water, the edges.
so like around rivers or lakes?
Rivers, ponds, little streams, you know.
Got it. What about the blood blossom?
That's usually in dark places.
Like
Right,
a,
Evinrude? Yes.
like a cave?
Caves, yes. That's the primary place they grow.
Is there a cave around here?
Yes, you keep following the trail. The tracks lead right to it. That's where they're making their base of operations. I told you these.
I don't remember. I got
Oh.
hit on the head a couple of times.
Oh.
CTE.
I don't know what that means. Evinrude! Make a note of this.
Okay. One last question for me.
Of course.
Personal question. Can you hear my heart beating? Like other...
She stands up next to you and puts her ear to your chest. And she says, quite clearly.
Okay. Is there a way that I can turn that off from other people hearing it? Without killing myself?
There are spells that can feign death. Yes.
Are we talking about the same thing here?
Are you talking about not spells?
Yeah. I think.
Are you talking about the ritual that was performed upon you?
Yeah.
I was not a part of a coven that knew these magics, but I knew it was being done for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know.
Fair. Gam, you've been a very gracious host.
I
Thank
know, you're alive.
you. Thank you. And tell your invisible buddy thank you as well.
Oh, you hear that, Evinrude?
We have an invisible
He says peace
friend.
off.
Does he?
Yes,
Piss off to you too, buddy.
he thinks that's funny.
I thought it was funny too.
Yes, funny.
All right, I'm going to leave you now. Thank you.
So long.
Farewell.
Alvitazen.
Goodbye.
To you,
And you.
and you, and you, and you.
Door slams.
Bye,
Okay.
Gam.
All right.
Right. Do you have a direction?
We either got to go towards a stream or some form of water because we got to find nern root, which grows near the water, or blood blossom, which grows in a cave, which is the cave most likely they're making their base of operations out of.
Could look to track the tracks here, or even cast my primeval awareness.
It's a good idea.
I believe I haven't upgraded my favorite terrain to 6 miles.
Is that true?
That is true.
Okay, so
6 months.
and you can use primeval awareness 3 times or 4 times?
3 times.
3 times. 'Cause you have a 16 in your wisdom.
Yes, 16.
So 3 times. So are you utilizing your primeval
I
awareness?
would like to, yes.
Didn't we buy a ring that can track everything?
You
Check the dragon ring.
Can you just track it?
detect a vibrant array of life around you. Many, many, many
Yeah.
pinpoints of undead, which you surmise to be the will-o-wisps, which are floating in every direction around you. Not the full 6 miles, though. They kind of seem to be congregating almost with Gamgam's hut at the epicenter. And beyond that, you don't detect any celestials, fiends, fae. So whatever Minotaur you know are not any of those types of creatures. They're monstrosities, so you wouldn't be able to detect them. You don't detect any dragons, but I think that's in there too. So within that 6 mile radius, you really only detect the will-o-wisps, at least what you would believe to be will-o-wisps.
Okay. And actually, I do track dragons.
Right.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
no dragons
okay.
in that range. 6 miles is about in a walking speed, about an hour's worth of walking. You can go farther than that if you're at a brisk pace. And she did say that the Minotaur were several hours away. You do recall that.
Joe didn't recall that though.
Do you relay that?
I do.
What do you want to do, guys?
Let's surveillance their camp if we know where they're making up camp.
That could be one way to do it.
We should at least head in that direction, right?
Tell us when you
Probably.
start hearing
Let's-
thumping.
Let's find water and follow the water towards the cave.
What if the water doesn't go towards the cave?
We'll head in that general direction. They're out looking for Nern root, you said, yeah? So
Or-
they're not going to be
Or,
at their cave.
or Blood Blossom.
At the cave.
Yes, but perhaps we can set an ambush for their cave. They wouldn't expect us. People are arriving home. They finally think that they're going to be safe, and bam, that's when we hit them.
I mean, we also
Instead
have,
of wandering around the forest for hours.
we have an expert
Okay.
tracker as well. I am sure Rygard will be able to track them.
Rygar has been tracking them. And Rygar, you do know that there are multiple Minotaur tracks. You counted upwards of 10 to 12. And also multiple humanoid tracks. You counted 6 or 7 of those. As well as whatever was being drug along. So you know that you're talking about a large cadre of potential foes at the cave, or in between here in the cave, to the degree they're out foraging.
Stuff.
So that you got a general sense of some of the numbers.
Her plan sounds good.
Yeah.
So
Your
we
plan
go
sounds
and
good.
investigate.
Yep.
All right. Hey, bard guy. Maybe you could play softly, so that your music doesn't project too far in the forest.
Do you want me to sing or can I just play?
It's music to my soul, man.
All right, well, let's go.
So you start moving, and the trail of Minotaur tracks is very, very clear. And I need you to roll a survival check, Rygar. You have advantage as you seek to track.
14.
14. You're able to find and continue to trail. Along the way, you do notice at different points there seem to be more drag marks of creatures that are pulled into the path. And the tracks begin to overlap each other more and more. It seems like this is a pretty well-traveled trail, and it now has become impossible to discern the actual numbers as the tracks all kind of overlap themselves and intertwine with themselves. But you continue forward for an hour, continue forward for another hour.
Does anybody know what a minotaur eats? And could this, whatever being dragged, be their food?
That's a good question.
Roll a history check.
It's gonna be a 12.
You do not
I-
know what a minotaur
Let me,
eats.
because I lived with Minotaur.
Go ahead and roll a history check with advantage. They don't know that yet.
That wasn't in the game. That was just you. 15.
You can roll another one and take the higher.
Okay. Well, that was 15 plus whatever it is. Natural 20. So.
So you know exactly what minotaur eat. Their preferred meal is cooked meat. And they will eat game. They will also eat other humanoids, elves, dwarves, men.
Let me explain that to them.
They will eat, they will make stews and season things with vegetables they can cook, but it's a heavily proteined diet.
So not to go on a long rant, but I may have spent a time, about a year, enslaved by Minotaur in the past.
Oh, okay.
So I'm very well versed on what they eat. Considering they almost considered eating me about 50 times.
You don't look like much of anything, do you?
I think
I
you're more like a snack.
bet I'm pretty tasty though. But yes, so they eat anything with protein, any meat, any sort of meat they find.
All right.
So this could potentially be their meal.
Right. Are you able to talk to animals?
If they can have a language and can talk back, yes.
Okay.
But only if they have a language.
Okay. Well,
Couldn't that druid? Oh, yeah.
yeah. she's
Leave
lost
it
it.
be, jerk.
Madimer, you knew that.
I know. I would just be the dick.
Really phallic statement you made there.
That's true.
Moving on.
He kind of chuckles to himself a little bit, amused by his own
And
poking.
this is a
Another
person
1,000.
that we trust, Morthos?
No.
Another
Which
1,000.
person?
The rat person?
I would not trust him at all, but he comes highly talked about from, I will think of their name in a second. Will come back to me.
Okay. So don't trust
Leo
him.
and Nina.
Leo, yeah, Leo and Nina said he is trustworthy,
Okay.
but I am beginning to wonder about their judgment.
Well, you know.
I will trust you.
Although you guys let me in, so
Well, that is because you have more good in you than you know, Morthos.
You stop it. All right. Which way do we go?
You continue on another hour. It's about 3 hours, and you're sticking pretty close to the trail. Rygar, I need you to roll a perception check.
Come on. Yep. Nope. Dude.
Not there today. What is that? A 14.
14. Eli, I need you to roll a perception check.
With advantage? Actually, yes. Can I have... Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
dum, dum.
15.
Snow eaters die.
You can't quite tell how close, but you begin to hear poof, 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 poof.
It's getting louder.
It seems to be getting louder, and you know that that means two things. Hackel is close, and he also knows that you're close.
Right.
Morthos, perhaps you and Rygar should scout ahead to see their exact location, and Eli stay back a little.
I think he's coming for us.
Think so? Set up guard here.
Do we?
You can feel him,
It's getting louder.
Do we
which means that he feels you.
Yeah.
We need to find a spot, and
Are
he's
we-
obviously going to be coming.
Are we doing an ambush still, or?
Madimer, can you...
I have, and I thought, he knows that you are pain cursed,
Right.
but last time he fought you, were not aware, correct?
Until I tried his blood flippantly.
Uh,
'Cause I'm an idiot.
Worked out well for the rest of us.
Thank you for more bits, Blue Box.
Well, we got to do something quick. I would say get to a vantage point. If you want to leave me in the middle of the road, so be it. Are the wisps still following us, DM?
You don't see any wisps.
Can Madam
And
make
as you
this way?
have traveled, you have seen an actual gradual shift in the forest back from the autumns to greens. And as you have passed out of the autumn-colored foliage, you recognize that the wisps that were keeping their distance have essentially now gone. You would have stopped playing at this point,
Right.
as you have exited the radius, seeming radius, passing beyond 6 miles from Gamgam's cottage, and no longer having the wisps be a threat.
If he can feel you, there is a chance he will know what direction to travel.
Yeah.
Is it beneficial for us to actually head back into the wisps and lead him to the wisps? We know that he can play and keep him away from us, but they will have to get through the wisps to get to you.
It's not a bad idea.
How
And-
far do they retreat, though, from his plane?
Far enough.
But I mean, think of it as making a wall of wisp around us that the Minotaurs will have to fight through first.
Isn't that a
The
3-hour
heartbeat
drive away?
gets farther away from you.
Wait. It's going away from me now.
Can I use my magic to sort of guide the fireflies around him?
There are none.
The wisps are gone.
But if they were to come back.
You could play music again to soothe them, but you don't have any control that you can tell over them.
It's getting further away now.
So maybe he does not feel the
Or
ignoring
he's
you.
drawing us in. He's having the same thought.
Yeah, he's warning and telling everyone to get ready.
So we either run headlong into a position that he knows well, with his people, ready to attack,
I think that is.
or we draw back, like you said, and we know he's going to have to come back to
He has to come
Gamgam.
back to Gamban. He eventually will come down this road. Even
However,
if we have to wait it out.
Rygar, could you sneak ahead and see what he's doing? You're good in this terrain, are you not?
I
Madam,
believe
how many-
I
Madam
am, yes.
Madamer?
Madamer, how many times can you use invisibility?
Several times a day.
Good. How are you at sneaking?
Well,
Better than anyone else here.
And he
Um,
winks at you, Morthos.
I take offense to that.
You should. But it's true.
What's wrong here?
I actually, when I am traveling alone in the forest, I am much more sneaky.
I'm just worried
Nice.
about you being seen, buddy. I get it. Accuse me of being protective. What do you want to do? You want to go ahead by yourself?
Well, listen. You can all tell me to shut up. But if they sense you,
Mm-hmm.
why don't we have you trail behind us?
Yeah.
And we scout out like you said. Zola. That was your name, right? Yeah. And
Although, what's really in a name? Let's be real, guys.
Don't get her started.
Don't
Carry on.
ask- don't
Keep
do
going
it.
with your
Just
thought.
Keep going. Don't stop. Don't ask.
okay.
Just go.
Are you anyway? So yeah. And then we can take a position, figure out what they're doing, and ascertain the best way to, if we have to attack these guys, do so.
Right.
Perhaps Hold should stay back with Eli because he creates enough noise and will.
I mean, we should send our best people forward to gather intel.
Like, don't you have the ability to do like enhance our sneakiness? Your druid could do that, right? Oh yeah.
Listen.
I pick up a
yes.
twig and I throw it at him.
So, how about we let... Do you two want to go ahead?
I
If
think
it doesn't end up like last time.
Rhaegar and Morthos?
Yeah.
that is fine with me.
I'll be honest, I trust those two more than...
And I changed my armor to look like the leaves of the tree.
Okay. So you use your glamored armor to become essentially
You are a tree.
foliage.
It's a chameleon.
You are the Stanford University tree.
Don't think you know this. So Hold puts its hand on Rhaegar and says, Tyr's blessing. And he has guidance now.
All right. So, Matimer, are all of you guys stealthing ahead? What are we doing?
Holt should try to make as much noise as he can to
I'm staying back.
Create
Stay
the
back with
illusion.
me.
Okay.
What am I doing?
You're gonna stay back with me. You're not
Perhaps-
going anywhere near that.
play the guitar so they don't suspect.
Let's move back a little bit and just
Hey,
set up a camp.
guys, I can send Tony ahead to scout if you want.
Oh, that's actually really
I
smart.
forgot you were
I
here.
kind of forgot you were here.
Yeah, I've been quiet. Been trying to not listen and not look at any of you and not
Yeah,
be a part of any conversation.
I
for-
wonder why.
Yeah, please send Tony ahead with them as well.
Okay.
Perhaps just send Tony first.
Sure.
So he reaches out his hand to you, Eli, and puts it on your shoulder as Tony the owl flies up into the air. And it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon at this point. So not getting dark yet, but in a couple hours it will. His eyes go black as he looks through the eyes of his familiar. And I'm going to use my first DM's advantage to
Well, that's nice of you.
Aw, he likes us.
and see if what I can perceive through.
He just knows how difficult it is going to be later.
Natural 20.
Woo!
Look at that. See, it works.
Except he was rolling for Hackel to see if he sees the bird.
Yeah.
It's true.
Tony poofs out of the sky
I believe it.
as a bolt hits him.
So as
Now we know how far away he is.
as he flies ahead, you hear Vincent kind of talking as he goes.
So I see a group of Minotaur. There's 4 of them, and there's one big one. That's Hackel. He's leading the pack back, and he repeats this and is kind of giving play-by-play.
Did you catch that?
They have a bear tied up with them. And
A bear.
they travel about 2 miles, and they approach a cave.
There's a line of trees, and there's a lot of tree stumps set up in almost a makeshift barricade in front of it. There's some weird rocks that it looks like there's blood on. There's a cultist standing out there by the rocks.
Oh, made a little
There's
altar.
another cultist, fire cultists mixed in.
Yeah, we should have.
There's another cultist wearing the same robes as the dead guy back at the Dark Ladies. Hackel went in the cave, brought the bear with him. Everyone's getting into position and is at the ready. They're definitely prepared for us.
You can sense him.
And he, as he kind of paints the picture of what you see, he kind of describes the stones that are there, and he talks about a little stream that kind of runs up towards the mouth of the cave. It's unknown how deep it is, but it is a pretty firmly flowing body of water. The cave is in the northeastern quadrant of this area, and you see tree stumps which are set up,
Like a palisade.
yeah, like a makeshift.
Where'd you get all those tree stumps?
I painted them.
Were they printed?
Yeah, those are all 3D printed by Morthos.
Woo!
And so in there you see, or he sees these Minotaur which have kind of taken up position.
Alright. Jeez.
So perhaps we should wait until tomorrow when they go scouting again and then attack them there.
We can watch them for shift change. They gotta sleep.
Well, isn't he still gonna know where you are?
I mean, the bird can watch them for shift change. It'd be nice to know their movements. What way do they break? We obviously cannot fight them there.
Right.
So he's reiterating all this, so obviously we don't see it, but
So
we're talking
he
this through.
he comes out of his view of Tony as he tells Tony to return, and as he has kind of painted this picture of you for you guys, you know that it's about 2 miles ahead, and they are prepared for what may come.
Perhaps we should wait many hours where they get tired of waiting. You get out of range so you can't hear his heartbeat anymore, and then check on to see if they lower their guard.
Yeah. All right. I'll back up.
Well, you don't sense anything,
Okay.
and it seemed like, based off of Vincent's description in a natural 20, that Hackel had gotten to within about 500 feet of you when you began to sense him, and then he turned and quickly went back.
Well, does Vinny poof back? Or
Tony?
is he still looking through?
No, Tony has come back.
And he can see again, Vinny, and talk.
Correct. He
Or
can now hear you guys again. Yes.
All right. So they're clearly set up and dug in. We have to draw them out.
They're not going to want to leave their
No. Why would
vantage.
they? How do we draw them out?
So let's
They have to. Their mission isn't completed yet. They'll leave eventually.
get within 500 feet, or however close you can actually hear,
Feel 'em?
and start shouting and throwing rocks.
Okay. So, I did that once before. Threw rocks into a big pond, and a floaty guy got eaten by a water dragon. So, you gotta watch out when you throw rocks at bad guys. It doesn't always work in your favor.
Okay.
Just word for the wise. Things I've learned.
Thank you for calling me wise.
Don't throw rocks in glass houses.
What's glass?
I haven't invented it yet.
As you're talking about your inventions, we're going to do our first giveaway of the night.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be giving away the elf archer.
That one's pretty cool.
It's super cool. It's the figure is Suto Kaijitsu from the Rise of Rune Lords Pathfinder set, and this is a called the Delver Sergeant from one of the old WizKid sets from 2007. So we're gonna give these 2 minis away right now, and you need to type in ! Solar Rocks!
Yes!
Solar Rocks!
Although I did abandon my teammate and an official friend.
Wasn't your
Just
fault,
because it's SOLARAWKS.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Spell it that
Solar
way.
rocks.
RAWKS?
RAWKS.
So it's what is it?
Solar rocks.
Are we really doing RAWKS?
No one else is.
So if you want to
spell rocks.
participate in the giveaway, type in ! Sola SOLA rocks. Or
However you want to spell
however you want to spell it.
Solar ox?
it. That also works.
Solar ox.
So Sola rocks.
And now we
Alrighty. I don't think we can attack them here, guys.
So you guys would recollect that these smaller Minotaur, while they pack a punch, they're relatively easy to hit, and that you have killed your fair share of them. The larger ones are a little sturdier, but they still, I forgot. There seems to be one kind of captain out there.
Oh crap! Oh, I forgot.
Sorry.
Just if you thought the attack was going to be easy, there's another big one.
That's standing near the rear with a giant crossbow bolt, and he's you can see Vincent could see him giving direction. Didn't understand anything that he was saying because he doesn't speak Minotaur or Abyssal, but this one was giving direction and kind of setting them all in order. There was the dragon cultist standing at the mouth of the cave, seemingly observing and taking things in, not actively defending.
Because he's snotty.
And then there were these others two that were kind of on guard, but making sure to keep these rocks kind of protected.
Oh, I mean, their altar where they probably do human sacrifices.
One could make that assumption. So,
Ooh, we got a winner.
OG Fluff Fluff,
Yep.
Hey!
back-to-back weeks.
What? What a jerk!
Oh, well done. Well done. So, stand by. We will be giving away 2 more minis. And if you didn't win the first giveaway, you could win in the second. All right. So, what are you guys doing?
Vinny, he did describe the 2 that were up by the rock.
We don't
face.
decide.
He did.
My legs may run me in.
If they are not going to leave. I think that is apparent. They would have to be idiots to leave. But what if there are enough of us that are pretty stealthy? What if we try to start picking them off one by one? Specifically the 2 that he saw to themselves.
Agreed.
That's possible, but one noise and we could have a flock of minotaurs.
That
on
is
our-
why Holt must
a
stay
herd.
behind.
I am
must
very,
be-
very sneaky.
There are some of us that can probably remain unseen.
But could you kill them in the time?
How strong could Minotaurs be?
Very.
Some of them are strong.
But they said that they were little ones.
I killed 2 of them in Amphale.
Did you
I
know?
could kill more.
You feeling that confident?
Ready?
There's not even a place in the line, though, that
The
we
only
could peck
reason
them
why I'm
off.
participating in this with you
The
is
2, but
because
then after that,
these
what?
Minotaur
Still 2 less
my
than
family.
we would have to take on.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
So yeah,
Who's your family?
my rat folkkin.
Yeah, listen.
Oh, we saved some
I'll
rat
stay
folk
back.
in Anfell.
You
But
did,
I'm
you
not
saved
staying
me.
back for long. These people destroyed my town.
I think we have to at least take some of them out.
But-
there are just too many to go
Hope
ahead
we
and-
have to be intelligent about it. I think
Yes.
that
Yes.
could maybe we pick off some that are isolated.
Can I use suggestion on one of them to lure him into the woods?
Ooh,
You could absolutely use suggestion.
that's a great
on
idea.
someone.
That'd be
I'll
great.
do that.
Perhaps Mind
could-
Link and
You could suggest.
You can cast suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you tell them that they spotted us and try to draw them out?
We don't want to sneak kill one of them. We just want to draw them all out.
Well, we can draw them out
Well,
in
you
different
can
directions.
What
Suggest.
happened to your voice, Kildrick?
Swallowed a fly.
Delicious.
if you want to eat more, he has a necklace that will make you crave them.
Yeah. Good thing I don't eat that.
So what do you all think I should do? Should I cast suggestion on
What
get
is
them all
your
running out
plan?
into the woods?
What is your plan?
How many times can you cast it?
A couple times.
You can
at
maintain
least.
concentration on one suggestion at a time.
How wait, how close do you have to get, dude?
Let's find out.
But I
But
think the
it does-
idea that Ratman said is probably a good bet.
I would
Just
say.
tell him to. I remember that the warlock that was with us, Melandra.
Yeah,
She could do things like this.
right.
This is 2nd level, so I can cast it 2 times total.
Convince one to tell the crew that one of their friends have been attacked
Tell the captain.
over by the river or something.
The captain is in charge of controlling the others, so if you can suggest to the captain for them to, you spot him and to go out, he'll send them.
We
But
strike
he'll
the
send them
captain.
all.
We strike the captain down. They'll lose confidence.
That is a nice thought.
We are talking.
Works in stories.
We are having two different
I am a
conversations
songwriter.
here.
We are
So
having.
if you tell the captain that we were found in a different direction, maybe a good majority of them will leave. We don't need to kill them all. We just need to kill Hackel.
I can do it.
I mean, I need to kill Hackel. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
That was my
All right.
personal preference coming in there.
Okay.
So
Why didn't we not stealth and take out the two, like somebody else? What did he suggest? Whoever.
and we try to sneak into the
break
cave.
party up.
You and Hold over here sneak into the cave and fight
I don't-
Hackle.
But I do not think that is a good idea.
I'm not sure I
The two
can
of
sneak
them
into a
alone.
cave.
Especially
Ever.
we know there is a
That's
bear
true.
in there.
That's true.
Might
I
be able
think
to
we need
blend
to
in
take
with the
care of
walls, though.
everyone up front, or as many as we can, and then take Hackle together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hackle's not a one-on-one job.
Not
That's
to
true.
mention the cultist. We do not know what his role is yet.
What do you mean?
Well, I doubt he is just hanging out there for
Oh
another
no, they're
reason.
working together.
I'm sure.
All right. So who are we going to suggest?
So I vote we do both plans. People sneak in, kill those two, and then afterwards we have kill Durak.
Well,
Suggest?
We'll have to take those two out in one fell swoop.
Correct.
Yeah.
Vincent, do they look like they can be taken out in one fell swoop?
Maybe if we hit him hard real fast, but we'd need most of us up there to do that.
That's
Definitely would need Rygar. Definitely would need
Morthos.
Morthos. And if this rat guy can do what he says he can do, it wouldn't hurt if we had Sola up there too. You'd have to be silent with your radiant blasts and not engage up close, but
I recommend
maybe we could do it.
Rygar, don't forget, your bow has been empowered by Tyr.
I do remember you. Thank you for that.
Take him out. For Ampho.
I'd have to get closer. I can only hit people from 30 feet away with this.
Oh, you have to get real close, man.
So you gotta be. Are you sneaky?
It's not
I
my
can
strong
make you
suit.
invisible. That could help you.
So this is you're about 2 miles out from this cave still.
If we're gonna do this, let's get moving. Maybe we could do it at night. Can you all see at night?
I cannot.
I can.
Yep.
I can.
I can.
So he is the only one that cannot.
Well, I guess I'm staying back.
It's a good thing you don't have an important role.
However, your sword does provide you light.
Yeah, but that's also a beacon for everyone else to see.
Yes.
So, if we're gonna do this sneakily,
Wait, don't we have a potion that gives you dark vision? Didn't Vincent make one?
He did not.
No.
He took one
Yeah.
for himself,
Took one.
And then he got violently ill.
and he failed his Constitution
That's right.
save.
Oh, right.
Could have used advantage on that one.
All right. I can stay back until. Can someone message me?
I can mind link you very quietly.
I'm staying with you, buddy.
As
And I
you
have
should.
eyeballs.
If
Can
we
see.
have, if we need people to sneak, me and, not Steve, me and Hold. need to
And
stay
I'm
back.
gonna stay back with you guys too because I can't see in the dark either.
Vincent, yeah.
Just
makes
hold
sense.
my shoulders. Also,
Can
prob-
Minotaurs see in the dark? You lived with one.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Quite well, actually.
So,
listen,
would attacking at night even matter if they can see in the dark?
Well, there are cultists as well. Some of them humanoid. They may not be able to
They
see
might
in the
not be
dark.
able to.
in the
And
next
even
few,
if someone can see in the dark, their vision is still
60 feet.
only 60 feet.
Right.
So
There's still dead area.
if there's any way for any of you in these next few minutes to maybe gain some sort of advantage in getting up close to them before you kill them, now is the time to use that asset that you have. This is very important. Whatever happens at the beginning of this fight.
Who are you
succeeds.
looking at?
Everybody.
That was very specific, though.
I think our best action.
No, everybody.
is-
You all have 3 tools that you can use
All right.
in this fight.
Are we
Yeah.
going to
Wait,
do what we
what?
said? We're going to try to take
What are
out that
these
side
tools?
cadre,
Inspiration.
and then
Yeah.
and
It is our
then
best bet
suggest.
to reduce some of the numbers quickly.
Then let's
You have
do
3
it.
of them.
Let's stop talking
Three.
about it.
Let's
Let's
do
do
it.
it. Is it
Oh
dark?
yeah, you don't have this up. You have 3.
It is getting dark.
So
Okay, let's wait until it's dark
Which
and then do
Minotaurs
it.
are you going to want me to
Wait,
hit with this
I
suggestion
got an
spell?
extra
I
note
think you
on this
need to
episode.
go
I have
for.
You should go for the ones that are closest to the ones we are
There you
going to
go.
take out.
He can only
Pull that
target
group.
one
Only
person.
Only one. Oh,
I started
okay.
with two.
So I'm gonna get the captain to
wait
go.
on that spell
Yes.
until we can get those out of there.
So do you guys think if the captain runs, a few of them will follow?
No, I
think
think
if the
that
captain thinks we're somewhere else, many will follow.
I don't think the captain will ever leave though. I think he'll just direct his troops out, and
Which-
he stays at base commanding.
Which could still work.
If he's a
Yes.
good leader, he'll lead the charge himself.
I would disagree.
I'm not sure that we know what he's going to do.
We
so-
don't.
I
What
think
we
just
do know
have to-
is
we need to take out those two.
that's
and
what
then
we have to
see
do
what we-
first. Let's compartmentalize. We got to get them out of the way quickly and quietly.
I would agree.
If
So when do we know when to come and bring in the cavalry?
I have mind
has
link.
mind
As
link.
long as I stay within 60 feet of you, I can reach you anywhere.
But he can't get within 500 feet of that cave.
that's true,
That's true.
We'll give you
I have an idea.
Send Tony.
time.
Tony,
He doesn't have dark vision, but I could try to
you can get close enough.
get close enough to watch.
Can't the amulets transport him
Super
to
strange that
No.
owls are nocturnal but can't see at night.
Yeah, Tony definitely has
I would
night
say he's
vision.
definitely got the night vision.
I know.
Does he not? No.
Very strange.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
In the real world, you are wrong.
They hunt at
I
night,
do not
actually.
think that owls, as odd as it is, let me look.
That is like the biggest mistake in the player's handbook.
Seriously.
Owl does
Now
not have
remember-
night dark
I'm
vision.
wrong.
All right.
They keep
Owls
smacking
are-
into trees
Idiot.
and
I am
hunting.
an idiot. Owls have dark vision out to 120 feet.
Oh,
It's like,
all right.
I know
Super dark vision.
all? They're like being a nocturnal
They got
predator. It's so
drow
much
dark.
easier if I could see.
So
I'm just flying around willy-nilly here.
Smack into so many trees.
Vincent can send Tony up with us, and he could watch the entire battle.
Well, me, Vincent, and Holt will stay back outside of 500 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll know when to come in. We should position ourselves to come around from the side.
Which side?
The side that we're
We're
attacking.
attacking
The left.
the northwest.
Yes.
So from up here.
Yes.
Okay.
This is gonna suck.
But, I mean, wide berth so that we're not
Yeah.
even having to
So-
stealth check until we have to.
Vincent, Eli, and Hold, you guys all get into position. I need,
How
Is it
close are
dark
we?
yet?
it's dark.
Thank you.
It is, you take your time to go the 2 miles. You have Vincent do a couple, you have Tony do a couple more loops up in the air.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I want to
And,
give Bardic Inspiration to him before we start.
okay, so Bardic Inspiration lasts 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Right?
Okay. You're in the forest, so you have advantage on your stealth check, Rhaegar.
Thank you.
Morthos, Matimer, Sola,
D6.
and Kildrick, you do not have advantage, though I certainly would encourage you to utilize one of your advantages.
I'm planning on it.
Say I don't
Oh,
have
Bardic
advantage.
Inspiration.
You do not.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Because
camouflage.
you got that bow, you can get that shot.
Come on.
This is more about being heard than seen.
All right.
For players, is that a D6 or 2 rolls of
It's-
this one?
Yeah, advantage is 2 d20s, take the higher one.
If it's from
I
him,
am
it's a
going to
D6.
roll with
Oh, okay.
Matimer, and I am also going to use advantage.
Thank you. Sorry for calling you a
All
jerk.
Are we rolling?
I will use advantage as well.
Okay.
One of them.
You're not rolling.
Oh,
It's
What's
stealth
my
check.
stealth is +6?
Your stealth is
Well, he's got to get within
This
30
is-
feet.
your
I've gotta
stealth
get-
is
I've
plus
gotta-
8.
you've got to make me invisible so I can sneak up on the captain.
You already have advantage, so technically invisibility wouldn't add anything more. This is more about being quiet than being unseen.
Okay.
24.
24?
19.
19.
It is 24.
24.
Stealth. We're rolling stealth, right?
Stealth.
Yeah, 24.
28.
28. And
Hell yeah, guys. Good work.
Matimer had a 20.
Who used their advantages for tracking?
I did.
Hmm?
I didn't.
Morthos used one.
I used one.
I have 2 more.
I have 2 more as
The
well.
DM used one.
I didn't use one.
You did not?
Scooby's keeping
Bold.
I
track.
went for it.
Bold.
Did
Bold
not
move
listen
there,
to
Cotton.
Hold
See how it
wise
works
advice.
out for him.
I rolled a 19.
All right.
Die, so.
So, you guys all get into position. And I'm going to put you in the trees kind of around here. Zeus, I'm assuming, is staying back with you.
Oh yeah,
And we get a surprise attack round, right?
correct.
You have all...
You don't know that.
Like, I feel
Fair
like I need
enough.
to stand up. for
We
this.
don't.
Seriously, this is kind of life.
Get your rolling hands ready, guys.
life or death for me.
So as you all
Literally.
get in position,
He's
you
not
all
coming
kind
back.
of... Matimer was the most aggressive and kind of puts himself out.
You're good.
We have Morthos here to the north,
My character's not on there.
and I didn't put Sola out yet. Where did you go?
You didn't quite make it as far
Where did
as
you
it
come
was.
from? Where did you go?
Where did you come from, Captain Nigel?
Kildred,
Oh, I'll be a
you're kind
horse.
you're kind of staying in the back here.
The little horse mini.
And Rygar, you are just around. And these guys they're looking
Just
into
around
they're
the
looking into the
bend.
forest, but you can tell that it's been several hours. They're attentive, but they're also not necessarily picking any of you guys up. I gotta go get Sola's character.
I'll be a horse mini for tonight.
No, I got you.
Dang it.
I want to give you bardic inspiration before you get your shot.
Okay, well
Thanks
let's
for
talk directly
following.
to the stream here, guys.
Awesome.
This sucks.
Dude, this is big time, streamers. Whoever's watching.
This is
Might
the
be
real
our
deal.
biggest fight yet, actually.
This is huge.
By
and this,
far, biggest
This is
fight.
a little bit of a subplot point for both myself and Hold.
Yes.
So this is like ending a chapter almost, if we can do this right.
Either that or you both die, and then...
Either way, it's ending a chapter. Well,
Fair
that's ending the
enough.
book.
Ending of
Matt, before
You
we
speak
before we
facts.
start this thing, I want to give bardic inspiration to Rygar for his bow to get a really powerful shot in.
Oh yeah, in the darkness.
So, I would
hiding
Just
from-
say-
very lightly.
And you're also
I
500
would say that
feet away.
in your approach,
no,
when
to
you're-
Rygar.
when you weren't within earshot, but certainly less than 10 minutes ago, you could have inspired Rygar. And so as you're sneaking along, you kind
Can I
of
play, Can I
stop.
play him a song?
You kind of stop and you say, "Hey, hold on, guys."
Okay. So they can't hear what I'm about to do. Okay. All right, ready?
Oh, I can't listen.
So we keep on waiting on the Minotaur. We keep on waiting on the Minotaur. It's not that we are scared, we just don't want to fight them fair. So we keep on waiting on the Minotaur.
Although technically the Minotaur is waiting for us.
I prepared it in advance thinking that we were going to meet them.
Well
It's
done.
still good.
Well done, Matthew. Well done. Kildrick. Matter says,
That was freaking awesome.
That's what
I
I
might,
do.
I might have a tear.
"All right." And so as you all creep up, I need you to roll initiative.
Okay.
Do something.
What were you going to do, Morthos?
So I would like to cast
rounds for us to
uh,
get there.
silent image in the opening in a 15-foot cube of all the trees in the background.
So you're casting that here?
You got it.
Okay. That's a concentration spell?
10 minutes, yeah.
And you want to try to
I
cover
want
that
to
in
make
with
it look
trees.
exactly what it looks like right now. So that way they do not see anything on the
So
other
you're
side
essentially kind of like
Mirror.
of it. You
putting-
a mirror.
putting the mirror up in
Yes.
front.
That
Okay.
was smart.
Ooh, that is Mission Impossible
What
3
is
esque.
your what is your DC? What is your spell save DC?
Oh no,
What is he casting?
I have
he's
no idea.
Silent image.
he's trying to make it look like it's just trees.
No, he's trying to make it so, like, whatever they see, they're going to keep seeing. So
Right.
when we kill them...
Disadvantage.
Are you giving me
Disadvantage.
Yes.
Disadvantage. Absolutely.
I was just about to say I'm going to roll with advantage.
14.
14. I'm rolling with disadvantage. Natural 1.
That means if we make noise, we're still covered, right?
Listen, I might rip my sleeves off.
All right.
Kildrick has advantage.
I have advantage.
From
Hey-o.
Fluff Fluff.
Well,
Thank
it
you,
just
Fluff
means
Fluff.
that
Thank
there's
you,
going to
Fluff
be green
Fluff.
flames coming out of my sword and no one's going to be able to see them.
All right. So I need you guys to roll
Borealis.
advantage, please, as we determine this attack
initiative.
order.
Is
Initiative.
my initiative +5?
What did I say?
Advantage.
Yeah, roll initiative. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph.
All right. So
17.
Dude, are you surprised?
Is mine
around-
+5
Are you
or
blue
+6?
star?
your initiative
think it's 5 or 6.
is +5.
Who's Gestalt?
It's Dakota.
Whose?
Gestalt.
I was wondering who it was.
Your boyfriend.
Okay, so 21 and 25.
21.
22.
Yes.
Rygar 21, Morthos
Get
22.
2 rounds in before they.
Okay. 16 to 20.
17.
Kildrick, very good.
Oh, did you want everyone to roll?
We're not even there.
You
yet.
guys are not in
You
yet.
guys aren't great.
Sola, what'd you get?
12.
12. Okay, and Matimer. Matimer is going to be Tony, and he got a 25.
That
Nice.
we were
Way to go, Matt.
19 on the die.
Like,
And 24. 19 on the die. Okay,
yeah.
so Matimer
You
opens
got another
up
one.
and he rushes forward
That's cheering on LDR.
and he takes out 2 daggers and stab into the back of this Minotaur. And that is a 19 on the first attack, 19 plus
A lot.
7,
Nice.
and 17 plus 7.
What?
So he
That is
does
a lot of
a
damage.
sneak attack.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that sounded like a lot.
Oh, that's a pretty
Oh,
good roll
sorry.
there too.
He's a much higher rogue than I am, so gotta be good.
He is. He is better than you. He's what you should aspire to
I
be.
know.
That is 43 damage on the first Minotaur.
Ooh.
Is he dead?
I am going to check that. Not quite.
Oh, 40 damage. We might not be able to
And
get it in
he
round.
follows it up with the second attack, which was just a d4. 3 more damage.
Die. Die. Die.
And so he's essentially leapt onto the back of the Minotaur as he kind of as he is aggressively going after these Minotaur who have ransacked his home. Morthos, you see Matimer dash out, and he's pretty frickin' impressive with
I'm in
his
awe.
moves, but you can do better.
And I will pull out the ogre mage, and as I do, a green flame will come off the tip of it, and I will attack the same one.
Okay, so you rush up, flanking
That would be at 24.
24. Very good. So you hit, roll your sneak attack damage.
Come on, Morty.
He's dead.
He's got to be dead.
Oh, I just
Count
want
it.
to re-roll that
Actually,
one.
you're gonna have to walk
Here.
under.
Oh.
Alright, so if the fire damage would be 5, and then it would be 10, 14, 17, 18, 24.
So as Matimer jumps on his back and jabs them into kind of the back of his neck, the Minotaur lurches, and as he lurches, he exposes his throat. You rush up and in one smooth motion just slit his throat, and the scream that is about to emit from his mouth is immediately silenced as you hear a sick gurgling as the Minotaur just goes down.
Do I have enough movement to move to the next one?
Absolutely.
I'll take my offhand attack as well.
Yep, roll your attack.
Nice.
Key clutch.
25.
25 hits, roll your damage.
4.
4, all right, very good. As you all watch Matimer and Morthos annihilate the
I lied.
Minotaur.
I could get to add my plus on that dagger, correct?
Offhand, no.
Offhand, no.
You
it's
need
just-
the you would
Gotcha.
need the
Dual wielder.
the dual wielder fighting style. Rygar, you watch this, and as you are taking aim at the Minotaur, you watch Matimer like, wow, he jacked him. Oh, Morthos, that was key, and you move your aim over to the fire cultist.
All right. I would like to use advantage, obviously, on this.
Okay. You have advantage
Yeah,
because
advantage
you are
because you're surprised.
you're,
Oh,
you're,
you need to use
you're
Oh,
hidden.
my attack. Oh.
Yep, you're hidden, so you have
Oh,
advantage.
right, go.
Okay.
Advantage.
So I want to use my void, light up my hand, arrow gets lit, and loose my arrow.
What's your bark inspiration?
And that is a 23.
That hits. Roll your damage. So as you pull back your arrow, you whisper a bit of an incantation, and the void energy emits from your hand, and it encases the arrow as the wisps of the void emit. It looses and hits him square in the chest as a bit of his armor is flashed away, exposing his flesh.
19 damage.
As he doubles over in pain and grasping his chest, immediately looks up to see where it came from, and you have a second attack.
Come on. Oh, yeah.
That is 27.
That hits. Roll your damage.
And that is a 31 plus 5. 18.
As the first arrow hits, you're like, hit him in the chest. That wasn't where I'm aiming. You take the second arrow, and you take your time, loose it, and right between the eyes as he
You guys didn't even need me.
She says aloud.
Oh, looks like I'm not needed.
Kildrick and
Why did
Sola,
I-
you're about to go, and it's like,
Uh,
alright. Silence. You hear nothing from beyond the wood line where you know the Minotaur to be hiding around the barricade. You are out of initiative. What are you guys doing?
I can't believe that worked. I gotta breathe. Jake has to breathe.
Wait. What? So we have no idea that.
So
happened.
Hole,
There's a silent
Eli,
image.
and Vincent, you guys are 500 feet away.
I still want to use my.
No, but you're watching
Tony
Tony.
can't see through a
But
silent
Tony,
What are you
silent
talking about?
image was
It's
cast.
right there.
Silent
Yeah.
image was cast here.
image. Gotcha. Okay. I thought it was all the way over.
Tony,
the whole thing.
Vincent is kind of given play-by-play. Oh, that Matimer guy, he's sick. Oh, Orthos. Oh my god. Oh, Rygar is just doing his usual thing. He is so badass. I want to be like him. He can't hear anything that you're saying to him. He's just kind of relaying this to you guys.
I still want to use my suggestion on the captain.
Okay, so you will have to stealth up again. So
Are we waiting
I need
until
you to
they
roll
get
another stealth
No.
check.
With advantage.
I get
You're
there,
using
he's
your
gonna know
advantage?
where it
Yes.
is.
Okay, so Kildrick is using an advantage.
Okay. That is a 15.
15.
that's your with
Wait,
advantage.
wait. What are you rolling?
What am I rolling?
Yeah, no.
I'm rolling perception.
Disadvantage.
You're using your second disadvantage on me?
Yeah, we have 4 more. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You have 4 more?
Yeah.
I have 6 disadvantages?
Yeah.
Somewhere
Where
around
have you
there.
been?
That's ridiculous.
Not following the chat. Thanks, Fluff.
If we don't, then give us more.
Come on, Matt.
Oh my goodness. Disadvantage.
Well, this is we actually had 5. We used 1. Now we have 3 left.
Okay, so that is a 6 plus
83.
for the.
A wise minotaur.
So you're kind of. You got to get within 60 feet of this guy.
30 feet.
30.
30 feet.
Where's the captain? Which one is he?
He's back
The big
here.
one.
Big one.
Oh,
yeah, you're not
jeez.
going to get there. You're not
So
gonna
you
get
got to
there.
kind of.
I gotta make my way back
So let's
around.
say 1, 2,
Making my way
3.
downtown.
No,
walking
he's not gonna
fast.
walk. Don't
Hold
walk
I'm
on.
not gonna
that way.
walk through him. I'm gonna walk around the trees.
That is a.
Don't walk that
That
way.
is a 13. And that is a.
Yeah, let me just walk right in the middle.
That's a 9. So you dash through in between, and you have made your way between here, and these 3 give no indication that they've seen anything as I rolled their perceptions with disadvantage. You've now made your way into here. You continue to stealth up, and I need you to roll 1 more stealth check to see if you can get within range. Are you using your last advantage?
I think it's really worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody use my
If
last
you don't,
advantage.
you're dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
somebody's my last
I
advantage.
was gonna when you use a suggestion.
Before the result.
Oh no!
Oh no.
9!
Oh, we have to use.
Tear!
We have no choice but to use the
Tier
advantage
Y.
again.
1, 2.
Oh
So
my gosh, there's 4.
go ahead. Am I
Yes.
am I disadvantaged
Yes.
again?
I don't even know if it's
Jeez.
worth it.
All
Of course
right.
it's worth it.
Oh no.
First one. That's a 4.
Oh.
Please, Lord.
Second one. That's a 3. Last one.
Oh, he's doing another one.
That's a 4. I am not using this dice again.
Oh
my
my goodness.
goodness.
Night. That's a good dice.
I can't.
All right.
All right. You are within range of suggestion. Does suggestion have a vocal component?
It's just
Because you're a big man.
Should it have a
They
vocal?
want you in the game.
Well,
Well,
you
he's
don't get to
asking-
say,
It's fine.
does it actually
Yeah.
have a vocal
Oh.
component? You have to look it up.
Oh, does it? Okay, I thought you were asking if I want to put that
We're
on it.
sending the
Matthew's
guys
checking it.
to where we're
Spells.
standing, right?
Second suggestion.
Yeah.
No,
So
it
perhaps we
has to
should
be.
hide in the trees.
I was just gonna say
You
why.
suggest a course of activity
It's not
limited
your
to a
turn.
sentence or two and magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you.
Components V and M.
Yep. So, in order to cast suggestion, you have to speak to it, and it has to be able to hear you.
Okay, so it's so it's magical, right? So it's going to be sort
So
of
that
affecting his mind.
absolutely. So
So-
he will hear it, as
will
will
everyone else.
as
that's
will
there.
the other people around.
Okay.
While he's doing that,
Listen,
can we hide in
you
the
got-
trees?
no one is
No one
around
else is
him.
around me.
Not there.
No one is around him.
No.
Kildrick,
Can we
here a
hide
moment,
in
brother.
the
What are you
trees?
doing?
Yes. However, I think we would all be moving to the tree line to the north.
Yes.
So you're moving up around this way.
Yes.
Yes. Well,
So-
not
Staying
that
in
far.
stealth.
Not that far.
Where I mean, that's what I would be moving because I want to go take out the
Okay,
guys
I
at the
need
top.
you. I need you to roll stealth, as well. Are you using your advantages?
No.
I mean, I have.
You're not?
No,
Okay,
oh
you're not.
man.
because I rolled a 26.
Okay. Hey,
27.
27. Matimer is not then either. Friggin' 18 on the dice.
Your character looks sort of creepy, right? Your character.
All right.
Huh?
So
Your
you guys
character looks
all
pretty
kind
creepy,
of
right? What's he
stealth
look like?
up.
And if this
And-
works, and people move, but the idea is.
So you are waiting here. Kildrick, what are you doing?
What's my name?
Okay.
Hope you have fast movement speed.
You can roll a performance check
Okay.
to try to sound like a minotaur.
Well,
You speak the
I
language.
speak Minotaur already.
And you spent a year with them. You know how they address each other, how they talk.
Yeah.
So
Brilliant.
you can try to be
well,
to be kind of make this make sense that they would think that this is another Minotaur giving commands, or at least yelling out to them, "Hey, I've seen him over here. They're going towards
Right.
whatever." So I need you to roll a performance check.
Is it persuasion or
This
performance? Okay.
first to see if you can sound like a Minotaur.
Plus 8. Okay.
You have no more advantages.
Oh! It's an 11.
On the dice.
Yeah.
It's 11 on the dice.
No.
No, it's 11 total.
Total. Okay.
Oh.
And as you speak out, what do you say in Minotaur to them?
They're coming from the east.
So the east is from over here.
I thought we were
Yes.
Okay.
that to
Yeah.
the right.
Yeah, they're coming from
So they
the
run
east.
away.
Okay. What is your spell save DC as you target the
I believe it's
captain?
plus
here?
4. Let me see.
It's a number. It's like
14.
14.
14.
Do I have advantage or disadvantage? Because if you don't give me disadvantage, I'm taking advantage.
How many
Why are you doing this to me?
disadvantages does he have?
Disadvantage.
He has 2 more.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
Don't worry, he's gonna have a couple more.
We got one. We got one more after this.
All right, disadvantage. They're both 3, and I used the dice again. You are definitely in dice jail. All right.
What did you suggest to them?
So
That we're coming from the east.
these 3 right here all kind of look in your direction, and the captain hears you, and they immediately move to advance, and the captain speaks up and says in Minotaur,
Move to the east. We track them. You 3, come with me.
and he
Can't believe that
Takes-
worked.
these 3
We got a lot of advantages, dude.
and they rush off to the east.
Nice.
These others reposition themselves, and they have been
Cool.
taken out
cool.
of combat.
Back to 2 disadvantages for you.
What the heck?
Don't worry, more's coming.
I'm going to, at this moment, I'm going to take my silent image and I'm going to move it just beyond
How long does silent image last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
This has all been within 10 minutes.
So I will move it, and I'm going to re-change the image to do the same thing, but in between the two
Here?
minotaurs. No. We're going to go kill this one at the top,
You want to put one
right there.
right here?
No. Go right there. Yep.
Right here.
Right there. It's going to go.
Okay,
Cool.
so I need to roll
You need to roll.
against your DC.
Yeah.
Am I taking
No.
disadvantage? All right, then I'm rolling with advantage. I'm using one of my advantages. That is a 13.
Oh, you got
I rolled a 10 and an 8.
you got
So
Four
that is good for us.
disadvantages now.
What?
I feel like at this point we're just cheating.
All right, what's your DC?
We're the dungeon masters
14.
now.
So I rolled a 13.
So
So
you do not notice it's an illusion.
So this one, the one behind, does not notice it's an illusion. This one, did not notice it's an illusion. Oh my goodness.
Take
I am
advantage.
rolling so bad!
It's about time.
Alright, so you guys see this, are you attacking?
So I'm taking out the top guy. Hopefully everyone
So
else
you
sees what I
watch-
did and follows me.
You watch Morthos, I need Morthos, Rygar, Sola, and Matimer to roll initiative.
Do we just run in now? I mean, there's like 2 left.
Goodness.
Unnatural 20.
Hope we can take
Tony has a 22. Morthos, unnatural 20. Rygar,
12.
12. Sola.
7.
Okay. This is another surprise round, so you may all make your attacks. So, Morthos, you rush up. Vincent sees Morthos now darting through, in and out, in between of the tree stumps that are there, and takes a stab right into the gut of the Minotaur as he goes to put his hand over his mouth.
I love it.
As Madama rushes out to do the same thing, and Rygar steps out to take a shot, and Sola readies her radiant blast.
Trips over a stump.
Morthos.
Pretty much.
22.
22 hits. Roll your damage.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no!
Why'd you do that?
3 advantages to the DM.
So the fire damage is 6.
6 fire damage. All right. With these guys, it doesn't matter. You don't need to differentiate.
All right. Well, and then I have almost all 6s and 5s on my die, so this is gonna be good. 12,
Super rude.
16. That's 21. Plus 6, so 27. Yeah.
27. All right.
Nice.
So you rush up, you gut him, and then you take your second attack.
Yeah, that'll be a 21.
That hits. As the green flame explodes through his torso,
and that'll
and
be a 3.
you see his insides begin to sear as they spill out, and you smell the burnt flesh of the Minotaur hide emanating from the wound in his stomach. So that was another 3 damage.
Another 3.
So that was 30 damage total there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. As Matimer rushes up, and that's a 19 on the die, and then takes his second attack right away, and that's an 18 on the die. They both hit. So that is 36. As you gut him, he climbs up over you, and now he slits his throat. Puts his mouth, his hand over his mouth, and just says,
No, he puts his mouth.
Put his mouth on his mouth.
"Just die."
It's a weird fetish.
Yeah. And
Is it weirder
Rygar,
than you licking blood, though?
Hey.
Rygar, you
It's not
guys
the same.
step up, and you can see now. You see a small pathway through the forest leading to the mouth of a cave that appears to be unguarded. You know that there is an illusion right here, and these 3 are continuing to watch and wait.
I bet we do the same thing again.
Well,
What are you guys doing?
I will whisper to Sola. Sola, can you mind link to Gilroy, whatever his name is, I do not know yet, and tell him that he needs to get his ass up here.
Do I have to be able to see him?
You do. So you
Oh.
can't.
He's too far.
Too
I
far.
can't see him. Unless I could run.
Well, it was nice knowing him. He's on the zone.
We can send Tony.
Well, we have
You
Tony.
can't.
Tony, Vincent is relaying this to you guys
Right.
play by play, so at any point you can begin to rush forward.
Which I would say at this point, we should begin to do that.
Well,
4
Morthos would
Minotaurs
move back
still.
into the woods
I'll do whatever Vinny says.
towards the hidden
He
path.
sees what's happening.
Bebe, thank you for all the subs.
Awesome.
And
Went to the wrong.
well, with all those, if we get one more sub, we're going to do another giveaway
Ooh.
on top of this
I
one
don't-
here.
Give it to Chris, I don't
So
think
that
it's
would
some.
be.
So that's 3 giveaways in one
So
night?
that would be 3 tonight. Let me go get the mini that I have. Hold on.
All
You
right.
guys decide what you're doing.
Go ahead. We'll strategize.
So, yeah.
Alright, so more subs, one more sub, and there'll be not just that giveaway, but one more giveaway.
So, a third.
He's gonna get a-
Unanticipated.
He's gonna get a big guy too.
Probably a dragon.
Hopefully.
I think while you guys are running in, we're not going to know you're running in, but I think we should take out that last cultist.
That's kind of what I was waiting for. Because once that happens, that's half the playing, more than half the playing. It's 2/3 of the playing field is gone.
Right.
Right.
Wait, the
So
cultist
Hackel-
or another Minotaur?
Whoa! We
No.
should not be
Cultist.
meta strategizing.
That's
right
what he
now.
just said to do. Strategize.
I
He literally
know,
just said strategize.
But
I don't care who you take out. Basically, I'm waiting for one more. Because the minute we get within 500 feet, Hackel's going to know.
All right. So
No
one
way!
more sub, and we will give away the sweet
Oh, I'm in.
So
How do I give this sub away?
Hey, that's the dragon that saved my
Is
life.
that the one you killed?
No, it saved my
Oh,
life.
okay.
Well, I mean,
No,
you
that's
gave it
actually
the short
that's the one
sword.
that you killed.
Honestly,
That's
I
the
have
one
no
you
idea.
killed.
Oh,
A
from the grave.
bronze dragon saved your life.
Blue Alley.
Oh, this is where I got the
Insane
cool sword.
brass dragon. Yeah.
How do I give this
Got it.
sub
He
to
was
her?
had a
Alright.
cool sword.
Sub to it. I gave it to her last week.
All right. So I will be making a stealth check back into the woods down the secret
And you
path.
have.
You're making a stealth check.
Yep.
So we're going
Okay.
to the cultist?
I'm heading towards the
You
cultist.
have it.
Well, I don't know
Okay.
that.
So you got you
Well, yes,
are.
we do, 'cause
That's
we
true.
know.
I'm being told.
So I need you to roll a stealth check.
Oh, okay.
I think that's plus 12. Yes, thank goodness. 16.
16. All right. I'm using one of my advantages. That's right. Natural 20. Ha! As
Cheater.
It's good to see a competitive DM.
Where's
you know?
this?
Right.
Isn't D&D now.
as you approach, the cultist is staring at you
Nice.
and sees you coming and says
Tree
no. And I need you to roll a.
Does Vinny's
I knew he was going to be special. What's
does
his
Tony
default?
see this happen?
Yeah.
I need you to roll a wisdom save.
I don't think that was programmed in.
So I will use an advantage,
Okay.
Fair enough.
and that'll be a 19.
I need to make advantages more expensive.
Yes, you do. Because I'm immediately going to
20,000
go up and
bits.
slice his throat.
As you feel your body begin to tense up and begin to be held in place, you shake it off and you command your muscles to continue moving. And I need you to roll initiative. And I need all of you guys to roll initiative.
Does
he's so
Tony see that the cultist sees Morpheus?
Yes.
We move.
Yikes.
Yeah, we need to be entered.
We start
into
moving
this.
now.
Yep.
Double speed.
Yep.
to get in
So
here.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
Except for us.
Everyone to roll
Oh,
initiative.
all right.
Of course, that's the one now I roll crappy on my initiative.
Yeah.
Don't remember what my modifier is.
Okay. So 21 to 25. What did Madimer get? 10. No, 9. 16 to 20.
20.
18. 19.
19.
Eli had
20.
20. Rygar had 18. Sola had 19. Hold had 19. And
Dun, 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 we give away the dragon.
The dog had 15.
11 to 15.
Thanks for gifting the sub.
Morthos
the
had
dog.
a 14.
Zeus.
Morthos 14. 6 to 10.
Madamer head.
What did you roll?
5.
And someone roll for Vincent, please.
I got it.
Eli's got it.
Okay.
8 plus whatever.
8 plus. He has a plus 3, so 11.
You drink up
So he goes above Madamer.
a bonus action.
Okay.
Yourself.
And the enemies. Okay. So,
Roll for 10.
Eli, you run.
300 yards away still.
So you are 500 feet.
Yeah.
You can move 30 feet as an action and 30 feet as a
Oh
movement.
wow! It's gonna take you guys a little
So
while
you
to
can
get there.
go.
Yeah.
You can go 60 feet.
The whole
And-
team's
and then the
They're all
rest.
dead.
And hold. You have the exact same.
Well, you guys can
mo-
dash, right?
move 60 feet. And Zeus actually has
35.
35, so he can get ahead of you, but he chooses to stay
Run
with you.
us.
So it's going to take you guys 9 rounds
Holy smokes.
to get into combat. Okay?
Squeeze me.
Eli, as you begin dashing forward, at the edge of this sprint, you begin to feel as the heartbeat begins to fill your ears. Sola, what are you doing? You roll a perception check.
11 plus
6. You are aware that Morthos has been engaged by this cult fanatic person.
He's just a mentor, right? Yeah. Super strong.
I'm gonna run up next to Morthos.
Of course he does.
He's
one-
my
one
buddy.
of the main
Okay.
Antagonists. Of the,
Slightly
Still probably
behind
so far,
him,
yeah.
I think. That would be nice.
he's
So
your
you
shield buddy.
that's
Yeah.
35 feet is right there. You have 5 more feet of movement, I believe, if you care to get in front of him. You do see the cultist,
I can hit
although
him from
he
here.
is obscured behind tree branches right now, so he is considered in half cover.
Oh, that's stinky. I guess I'll try to hit him.
Okay, roll your attack.
19.
Nice.
19. Because of the cover that he's in, you shoot your radiant bolt, and it would have hit squarely in his chest, but instead it hits the tree branch that is right in front of him. You have a second attack.
Oh, the 19 I don't hit.
Not when he's in cover.
These are pine trees. Their branches go all the way down to the ground.
Very, very thick.
Standing
I'm
in
gonna
the-
hold my other action.
You cannot. You've already started your action. You need
Oh.
to use it.
I thought because I had 2.
Yeah.
Never mind, I'll try again. Is there something smarter I could do? If I step forward, would I be able to hit him?
You've moved 35 feet.
I have 40 feet of movement.
You could stand right in front of Morthos.
And would I be able to see
and
him?
you would be able to see him.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. And then
All right, roll your attack.
Minotaur coming out of the cave.
15 plus 8,
That hits. Roll your damage.
10.
10. Very good.
And then I have a bonus attack. Because I have
Yeah,
Two
because you
attacks
have
and
2
then a
attacks
bonus.
and then a bonus. You're off. So, but in order to do that, it has to be an unarmed strike.
Does it?
So you'd have to be right next to him to do that.
I'm gonna use patient defense.
Okay.
Does that
I'm
go
pretty sure that's
against-
how it works with Radiant Blast. Yep. So your bonus action attack still has to be an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Patient defense. You're using a key
Or
point.
monk weapon.
Yeah.
So you attack with one blast, and it dissolves against the tree branch. Frustrated, you rush in front of Morthos. Morthos, your radiant friend with her glowing eyes and her golden
Best friend.
hair behind her. She's just letting loose these radiant blasts. The second one from your left hand explodes on his chest, and he lets out a roar of pain as you stand at the ready and then take a defensive posture, prepared to defend your friend standing behind you. Hold. You rush 60 feet forward, keeping up with Eli. Rygar, you're up. I need you to roll perception.
A 21.
21, you are aware of the commotion going on with Sola and Morthos. You're also aware that there are 3 Minotaur to your right. Though I need you to roll a wisdom save. This is not with advantage.
Not bad.
15.
So you are able to see through the illusion that Morthos has created, and you see this Minotaur here behind the branches.
All right, and I would like to attack that Minotaur.
Okay, roll your 2 attacks.
Smart.
I'd like to use sharpshooter.
Okay, so subtract 5 from your 2 hit and add 10 to your damage if you make it.
Okay.
And he has advantage on this because he's effectively hidden, correct? He's behind the illusion.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
For this one round.
Correct.
Yep.
Right. And I still have the +1 bow. All right. That is 8 + 14, 15.
15. That just hits.
Nice.
As you take precise aim and you look through the thicket of the branches, and as he's kind of bobbing back and forth trying to view the forest around him, completely unaware of your presence just beyond the illusion, you let loose the arrow and it strikes true.
25.
And he takes a hit and immediately begins to look around to see where the arrow comes as the second arrow is loosed.
And that is non-sharpshooter. That is 22.
22 hits.
All right.
Okay.
18.
18 damage?
18 damage.
Jeez. How?
Void.
You can only do that once per... It's a bonus action once per attack. You don't add it to both attacks.
Okay. All right. Gee, 8 plus 5, 13.
13. That sounds more like it. Okay. As the first... Yes, it could. The first arrow flashes away part of his pectoral muscle. The second arrow hits just next to it as you're trying to penetrate his heart and just end him. He staggers and he's still up, but the blood is pouring forth from his exposed chest as he now looks in your direction and
Does he see?
is aware that there is an illusion there, and he sees Matimer standing there with his 2 daggers out. It is now their turn, and he turns and rushes forward towards Matimer, and he takes his first attack, which is a 23, and he takes second attack, which is a 2. Matimer gets smashed by the great sword that he has in his hand, and takes 19 slashing damage as he's knocked to his feet, and somehow, some way, he's able to contort his body, uncanny dodge, where he does not take that full brunt, taking only 9 damage. The second attack comes forth and he just dodges out of the way, ready to attack himself. The cultist in the back sees the 2 foes in front of him. And you see him put his hands together, and a radiant light explodes forth that quickly turns to a dull purplish glow as you see a dragon head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heads, all different chromatic colors, emerge around him and roar at you as the heads of these five chromatic dragons swirl around him, guarding him. Each of you are within 15 feet. I need each of you to make a wisdom save.
What's my wisdom modifier?
Your wisdom modifier,
Or my save or whatever.
your save is +3.
I'm gonna use inspiration.
I'll use my last advantage.
Okay, roll with advantage.
15.
15.
Nat 20.
Yes.
Each of you pass. You
Oh.
just barely. As
Nice.
the dragons see you
The
and
other one
roar,
was
and
a
they
2.
all go to bite at you. You dodge
one
out of
was
the
a
way
5.
of 3 of the heads, but the last 2, the white head and the black head, each the black head explodes.
Explodes
The
pus all over you.
It's acidic, and
Oh.
you each take half damage. Half of 15 down to you take 7 damage each.
And I will cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, you cast Hellish Rebuke. I have to roll what kind of a save?
I honestly forget.
Doesn't matter. I passed it with the first die. 16 on the die. And so you roll. He takes half damage.
Yeah. 14 down to 7.
14 down to 7. Very good. As the fire and the radiant blast and fire emerges from his feet, and the radiance emerge from the heavens as he dodges out of the way of the fire, but the radiant blast engulfs him as he kind of looks around and has to make a Constitution save. And that is a 12. So he passes that Constitution save as the 5-headed spirit guardians continue to swirl around this dragon cultist. The other 2 cultists and Minotaur recognize the commotion going on. And this one steps up and sees Matimer and takes 2 crossbow bolt shots.
Does he see Matimer?
He does. And first is a natural 20, and the second is a 24. So they both hit.
Let's go to hit.
And so that is,
He's about to die.
that's 16 damage to Matimer, and he cannot uncanny dodge this as this one sinks into his chest, and the blood is pouring forth from Matimer. He's looking pretty messed up, but he's raring to go. The other one in the back screams out in Minotaur. You hear this, Kildrick, very clearly. It says, Bugashti! Which you mean attack, we're under attack, we're under attack. And he repeats this a couple of times as he starts rushing backwards. He runs, he yells this in the direction of the captain, which has rushed off, and he yells it into the mouth of the cave. And it is now Zeus's turn. He keeps up with you. Morthos, you are up.
That sucks.
I am going to.
You start your turn in the radius. I need you to make a wisdom save.
Great.
I agree. Chuck E. Cheese.
I fail.
Okay, you failed, so you take 19 necrotic damage as these spirit guardians assail you from every side. You can now take your action.
I will cast Ice Knife.
Ice knife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we shouldn't have left Holt behind.
23.
23 hits. Roll your
We
damage.
split the party.
Always.
Well, you guys have 9 rounds. A lot can happen in 9 rounds.
Is that the captain?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a whopping 6.
6 damage.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. And it's at how much of a radius?
5 feet.
Okay, so there's no one within 5 feet
Does
of
he
him.
have to make the deck save as well since it explodes on him?
He does. So it's a DC. What's the DC? It's
13.
I rolled.
It's a dex save.
Yeah.
I'll try to.
I rolled an 11 on the die.
In by the stumps.
Plus 0. He fails.
Nice.
Alright, so then he takes an extra 2d6.
Nice.
That would be 9.
9. Okay. And as the ice knife pierces through his gut and explodes, his body and face is pelted with shards of ice. I need to make a Constitution save, and that is a 5 on the die as the dragon spirit guardians fade around him, and he is holding his stomach and hurt pretty badly from the radiant damage and the ice damage which has exploded around him.
And I'm going to yell to Sola, we need to get out and wait for the rest. And I'm going to move back 20 feet.
20 feet?
Into the trees.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm going to attempt to hide there as my bonus action.
Okay, very good. Roll your stealth.
18.
18. Vincent keeps up with you guys as Matimer.
Sorry, 17. I was off by 1. 17.
Okay.
But
Matimer attacks the guy in front of him, and that is a 19 that hits. He does not get sneak attack.
No.
So he does 6 damage to him, and he takes disengage bonus action, and also goes to hide behind a tree stump on the other side. And it is now Kildrick's turn.
I'm gonna get up to Mortimer
Take
and
him
heal
away.
him.
Take him away.
Up to Matimer.
Matimer and heal him.
Your roll a perception check.
Oh. Okay. That is 21.
21.
Yeah.
You are aware that there is battle going on, but you do not see Matimer. So you hear commotion, especially the sound of grunts and groans of as fire and magic is being set off. You continue to hear the Minotaur screaming as he runs towards the cave mouth. And
Which one's running?
This one here. Though you don't see him, you hear him. And you do see the cultist and the Minotaur engaging with Matimer, but then Matimer kind of disappeared behind a tree stump, and you don't see him.
Well, I'm gonna run up, sort of in between both of them. Is there a place I can go that I can get a line of sight on both of them?
You would have to get pretty close to this cultist, right about here.
Even with dark vision, I had to get close.
Yeah, because the stump, that barricade here is kind of obscuring the Minotaur.
I would not do
What are you
that.
doing, Kildrick?
I'm not doing that. I'm gonna run up towards the noise I'm hearing of the Minotaur running towards the cave.
You're going this way?
Yes.
Okay. Full movement?
Yeah, I wanna position myself a little bit further back, right around there.
Okay. So you see him as he is rushing into the cave.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit that guy and him alone with Shatter.
I don't believe it works that way. I think Shatter's a 20-foot
Shatter
radius.
I can position it so that he's only in the range.
No.
Correct. Roll.
Position it just
You
a
do
little bit higher to
see. You
catch
do
both
see
of
the other the dragon cultist
Right.
next to him.
Okay.
So you could position
So you don't hit
Shatter
Sola.
to hit the two of them and not Sola.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
You
putting
do so.
sort of in the middle of both of them.
Okay. What is the spell save DC? You said it was 14 before.
Yes.
Okay. Minotaur passes. Dragon cultist passes. 19 and 15. So I take half damage. Roll your damage. It's halved.
Okay. Let me see what they roll. 3d8s. So you have one I can use. Okay. 8 plus 13.
13 halved down to 6.
It's a waste.
And so you strum your guitar and hit a high note. And there's an explosion of thunderous noise at the mouth of the cave. It reverberates through the cave, and the Minotaur is blasted back, but catches himself, and as does the dragon cultist, who is knocked forward a little bit. They both take damage, but not nearly as much as they otherwise might have had they failed to resist. It is now Eli's turn. As you move 60 feet further, you are now 7 rounds away.
Wasn't that round 2?
Sola, you're up.
As
This cacophony goes off in front of you, and you kind of avert your ear and cover your ears for a second. Notice that you're really it was loud, but not damaging to you, and that dragon cultist looks pretty beat up.
I'm gonna hit him while he's obviously distracted.
Okay, so do you go up next to him, or do you
No,
stay?
I think this is good.
Okay, so you continue to Radiant Blast away.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Because then I can run away. 18 plus 8.
18 plus 8.
Yes.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Kill him. Kill him now.
Should I just re-roll since it
How
wasn't...
do you still miss the container when it is 3 inches?
2 of them.
Like, you have to try to miss.
I'm going to Savage Attack.
Savage attack, alright.
8.
8.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And then...
And your second attack?
Yes, please. What is that? 11?
11 does not hit. As the first blast explodes in his chest, and he kind of staggers backwards as his body is seared, and there's a bit of his flesh kind of a searing smoke that emerges, and he is badly beaten, but is still on his feet, trying to
I'm going to use
maintain himself.
a key point to use Radiant Blast one more time.
Okay, so Flurry of
That-
Blows.
No, it's not Flurry of Blows.
It's not?
It's different than Flurry of Blows. So underneath it, I could use a key point to use Radiant Blast
So you can
as a
use-
bonus attack.
So you can
I
use a
think?
key point to do Flurry of Blows, and you can do Radiant Blast as the
Okay.
Flurry of Blows. So you actually get 2 more Radiant Blasts,
Cool.
if I'm remembering the monk properly.
Feels right. I like it.
I like it.
You
I
sure it's
like
not
it.
4 more?
Let me check.
Just do it.
It's already been
Yeah.
stated. It's rule now.
It's D&D
Precedence
law
has been
now.
set.
Well, this depends if
Precedent
I
can always be overturned
No.
by a higher court.
Not at this table.
You can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action, and then I believe as a
It was
radiant,
It was underneath my
Yeah.
little Radiant, as I could use a key point to use it twice or as a bonus action. Or
right.
something
You can
like
use Flurry of Blows as a bonus action. Use a key point. This is the second key point that you're using. Okay. You can spend 1 key point to make the special attack twice as a bonus action.
Okay.
I was right.
Come on. Kill him.
13 plus 8.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Yes. 10.
10. And your last attack, as he is on the threshold of death.
Should I use my inspiration? I'm gonna do it.
Okay, roll with advantage.
11 plus 8.
That hits.
Yes! The other one
As-
was a 4, so thank goodness I didn't
As
use it.
you release the 2 further radiant blasts, digging deep down into your spiritual self, summoning forth the radiant rage, you unleash the 2 blasts, and they hit him both in the face, searing his eyes as his face melts away and
For
he
Melcine.
crumbles in a heap.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna run towards Morthos.
And you run backwards. Ha-ha!
Moonwalk.
Hey, I'm squishy!
And you see a minotaur that is stabbed and angry.
No, I want to go towards the...
into the trees.
Yeah, by
Okay, you
Morthos,
are
yeah.
obscured in the trees, though you're not stealth. You're just hiding in
Yep.
the trees. It is now Hold's turn. You catch up with Eli. Rygar, you're up.
Same Minotaur,
Same
same
Minotaur?
attack.
Come on.
Sharpshooter.
Come
again?
on.
No sharpshooter.
No shoot her, but this is with the Void damage.
Void damage,
Go
yes.
for it.
Let's go,
That
Rygar.
one is interesting. That is a 19.
19 hits. Roll
We're
your
doing
damage.
pretty well considering. We don't have our two heavy hitters.
11 plus 5, 16.
Okay, and your second attack?
That is a 25.
25.
9.
9. As your void damage hits him in the chest again, and you see his body kind of jolt as it flashes away his chest, exposing, you see his beating heart. And you take aim and you drive your second arrow right through.
Freaking boy.
He goes
Yeah.
down.
Woo!
Good work,
That's
guys.
my wood elf.
As the Minotaur drops down, the fire cultist sees all the Minotaur around him, and he looks at you and
Craps himself.
he puts the crossbow to the side and he conjures 3 motes of flame and shoots them at you. The first is a
Cultists.
19 on the die that hits.
Yep,
The second is a 18,
that hits.
and the third
See
is
ya.
a 23.
Nope, doesn't hit.
So as these 3 rays of fire energy streak towards you, ooh,
Rygar's down.
666.
Oh, the devil's
Oh.
number.
That's 26
That's
fire
a very
damage to
active
you
tonight.
as they explode into your chest and you're knocked backwards. And he turns and begins to run towards the mouth of the cave to find Kildrick standing before him. The other Minotaur rushes into the cave and disappears.
That cultist is the one who's looking
And it is now Zeus's turn. Zeus catches up. Morthos, you see no enemies around you right now. And you saw the Minotaur rush in.
But we're still considered in combat.
You are in
Alright.
you're still in combat.
So, I'm going to move into the center group of trees and stay in stealth and hide in the middle of the on the edge of that center group of trees.
So you're
Knowing
kind of
that,
going here.
He has to come out.
yes.
Roll a stealth check, please.
We should actually run away to meet up with you guys.
31.
31. You disappear into another dimension. Very good.
You create a pocket dimension around you.
Vincent keeps up with you guys. It is Matimer's turn. Matimer peeks out and kind of runs up behind peeks out and takes out a crossbow and shoots at the back of the fleeing fire cultist. He's hidden and has advantage on the attack. That is a 24 to hit.
Goodness.
That's not as good. That's 16 damage to the fire cultist. As he gets pegged in the back, staggers for a second, and then drops to his face.
Oh. Oh. Nice.
Kildrick, you kind of turn as you hear this, and you watch the fire cultist who is readying another spell against you as he's kind of holding out his hands to fry you, just get dropped, and you see Matimer behind you kind of recock his crossbow and just give you a head nod and disappears back behind the stuff.
Definitely healing him.
All right. You see no more enemies. What do you wish to do?
I want to heal the guy who saved my life.
You're continuing to move forward. You want to heal Matimer.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and
Cure wounds.
so you go up to him and you
I have a special song for him.
let me hear this special song.
Okay.
Came in like a fire.
The invincible winner, and you know that you were born to be. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't you mess around with me. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't
Don't you forget it.
And so roll your d8, please.
That was good.
All right. D8, which one? This one here. I was getting confused. Okay. It's not very. He wasn't very inspired by my music, I guess. Let's see, 1d8 plus what? So my spell modifier is 4.
Plus 4.
5.
5 total. Okay, very good. He's still bleeding profusely
Took the edge
from the great sword and the bolt that he took, but it seems that his wounds begin to coagulate and are slowly stopping. Before you take any further action, we're going to give away these 2 minis right now.
What are they?
And so we have a Soul Knife Monk, Soul Knife Infiltrator from the Blood War pre-painted set. And we have a Golden Wyvern Initiate from the, I think it's Against Giants set. So we're going to give these away right now.
Heartbreaker.
And we're going to do exclamation point sneak attack.
Ooh, I like it.
Exclamation
Nice.
point sneak attack. And you can be entered to win these 2 minis right now. So exclamation point sneak attack. And we are going to give those away. All right. So, how long are you guys waiting?
We should regroup and
You-
get hold
you-
of
So you say that to Rygar? You don't see
Yeah.
Morthos
You should wait.
or Matimer or Kildrick.
36 more seconds.
I was
We
gonna say,
should run.
whenever
back.
are we still technically in combat or are we out of
You're
combat?
out of combat right
Well, then-
now.
Do I see anyone in the cave from my vantage point?
Roll perception.
12.
You see that the mouth of the cave remains a relatively narrow opening.
Let's run
and
in.
goes beyond your vision and
Okay.
disappears into darkness as it
So I
kind
see
of
nothing
disappears
as far
below
as I can
ground.
see in.
Correct.
Then I'm going to go up and check the guy that's dead on the ground.
The dragon cultist?
Dragon cultist.
Okay. So roll investigation.
Natural 20.
Okay. You find a pouch of gold with 75 gold in it. And you also find a note upon him.
Is it a love note?
And the note reads, evaluate these Minotaur, determine their strength and their sincerity in bringing our queen from her prison. If they have the power they say they do, we may finally achieve our end.
Put that in our pocket.
Okay? Very good.
More secrets. I like it. More secrets.
I have to remove this song from this playlist. Where is it?
You don't think that this makes a lot of sense for the
I
theme we're
am
in?
doing it right now.
I feel pretty jolly right now.
Delete from playlist. Done.
And it's still playing. Oh. What? But I
This
like.
also doesn't work.
I wanted that to be our tavern song, though. So you need to.
What the heck?
Why don't you just leave the music to me?
Do I have the tavern playlist on? How about this one?
That makes sense.
That's
All right.
Then Morthos will actually make his way back to where he thinks the group last was.
Okay. So you kind of gather up as Rygar.
I'd like to meet up with them too if I can hear them.
Okay. Yeah. You make your way over here
And we're going to wait the 36 seconds.
and hold
Oh, we're coming from that way.
Just
Eli.
catch our breath.
You just follow the main trail.
Okay.
Zeus and Vincent all kind of emerge. You have regrouped, and you can determine how you're going to
It's
proceed.
about
Vincent.
time you get the...
Can you cast spiderweb at the mouth of the cave?
Well, then we
So when they
can't-
run out, they go right into a spiderweb?
There's an assumption there that there's no back end entrance to the cave.
True.
And that they would just run into it. I would think they would see it, personally.
I like where your head's
I
at.
do, I agree.
I just don't think it'll work.
So
How about in between the two trees, and then we can hit him through with Radiant Sunbolt, so he can't get to us from that angle.
Do I feel the beating?
You do. It's gotten much stronger and louder.
What direction?
Coming from almost directly east of you.
Have we checked any of the bodies for anything? Good work, by the way, guys.
I have checked one, and I have a note.
Oh, all right.
It appears that they are trying to release the Queen of the Red Dragon, if I recall, right? It was a Red Dragon, or the
Roll a history check to see
somebody
what.
had said it at some point.
So see what you know about the cult of the dragon.
19. Oh, it's going to be a 21.
So in having a conversation with Eli, who kind of brought you guys up to speed on the cult of the dragon, you recall that at least some members of the dragon cult, or the cult of the dragon, have the ambition of releasing Tiamat from the first layer of hell, where she is currently constrained and cannot escape.
The note appears that they were investigating the Minotaurs. Apparently the Minotaurs told them that they have the power to release the queen. And he must have been sent here to find out that was really true.
Well, we know the Minotaur can make a portal. He could potentially make a portal to the first layer of hell, and
This one can't. The other one
That
could.
was the other one. That's
But
correct.
that does prove a point.
Does make sense.
Can I take a look around and see if the wisps are anywhere near us? Because they snuck up on us last time.
We should also check the other bodies that are here for potions.
I think we already realized that they stayed in the fall kind of leaves.
Yeah, they're
I just heard
way
you say
behind.
earlier that they could sneak up on us during the fight.
If you had ambushed them
Second time.
on the road, so you're beyond, you haven't seen any wisps in this part of the forest.
Can we check some of the other bodies? There might be other information.
But I will.
Potions, spells.
Eli, if you want to check them, I will help you.
All right.
You guys really think that they're gonna come out to us?
No.
No, I
We're
think
gonna
we're
have to go in.
The next thing I want to check is if there's a back entrance. So we're not going to get flanked right now.
Hey, remember that time I tried to climb on top of an
Oh yeah,
entrance?
that was a
and
fun time.
didn't
We could
work
not
out?
fit.
Is this investigation?
This is investigation, yep. Roll your
And
investigation.
he's helping
I'm
me?
helping.
Okay, are you just going to all the bodies?
First, I want to go to the ones in the cove that were over there.
So you're doing an investigation over by the
Yeah.
Yeah.
stones,
Yeah.
okay?
19.
Okay, what are the rest of you guys doing while they are checking the bodies?
I'm walking around the trees towards the cave to look.
Who has low health for some reason?
Like
Over here?
No, on the right.
Over here.
I'll check for a
Yes.
back entrance.
Basically where you just had the laser beam.
Jake.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
You need help?
I'm gonna check for a back entrance.
Were you hit at all during that fight?
Was not.
I didn't think so.
I wanted to heal Rygar.
Okay. How are you healing him?
Through dance.
Well, I don't want to do sexual healing again. There's still a void between us after that.
Maybe you should double down on it.
You think so?
Sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah.
Won't you come and on me? I just start singing that to him.
Okay. His falsetto is so high you don't quite know what he's saying, but it makes you feel
I don't
pretty,
even know what I was
pretty
saying.
far darn good.
Does it?
It does. As the wounds on your body begin to heal up.
Oh,
All right, plus that's 9.
9. Okay, very good. So you get 9 healing.
What do I find on those two?
What was your investigation?
19.
19. The Minotaur has nothing of value. He has a kind of a nasty great axe on him that is certainly a viable weapon. The fire cultist that was over there does have a minor healing potion on him. So you
Put in my bandolier thing.
Yep, you grab that, and he has a small bag of gold with about 20 gold in it.
I throw that at Morthos.
Okay, so Morthos gets 20 gold. Very good.
And
Vincent kind of walks up and he's like, should I send Tony down the hole? So he kind of goes into his trance, and Tony flies off. And I need to roll a stealth check for Tony. Would you guys like to give me disadvantage on this?
Why would we give you disadvantage
Are
on
you
a
gonna
stealth
take?
check?
Are you gonna take advantage?
He's trying
I am not going to take advantage.
to get us to use it.
All right, stealth check. He has a 13 on the die, and his.
He's one of those barn owls that their wings don't make a sound.
But it is also a bird in a cave.
Birds live in caves. They're just called bats.
It's a creepy bird.
He's also white, isn't he?
I don't know, actually.
I thought for some reason I always imagined him white. Oh, his little figure is white, that's why.
Okay, so he has a 14 total. I'm now going to roll a perception check with advantage. 17 on the die. He flies down the cave, and Vincent explains, oh, he's going in about 80 feet, 100 feet. Oh, cave opens up. There's a wide open area. I'm going to roll a perception check for him. He has advantage because he's an owl. There's several stalagmites on the ground. The stalactites above them are broken off, though. That's weird. There's minotaurs standing behind them. There's lots of cages, some of them empty. Some of them have owlbears in them and bears.
Rygar, we should go in and then.
I can't quite see around the bend, but there's minotaur. They look like they're waiting and watching. Oh no! Ah. They shot Tony.
Those jerks.
Right. So you get a description of the cave. I will put it out for you to see.
Oh boy.
Nathan, I need you to help me.
Oh, okay.
If you would move the curtain. Do that. You have to move your computer. And yourself. Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Just leave the room big.
Agile.
Yes,
And
I'm
it all goes on
gonna.
the floor.
Could happen. Very possible.
I'm gonna say because he prepared this so well, there's no way that they're coming out.
Yes. We're just gonna camp
If
out.
it weren't so prepared so well,
How am I with the focus on that?
that's good.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's been a long
So this is
day.
what Tony saw. He couldn't quite see around the large construct in the center. And there are walls around all of this. So imagine this area here all walled in. But this is what he saw.
Okay.
Does it look like cold can fit through?
The opening is kind of here in the center. And I'm just gonna okay. All right. So that is what he saw. What are you guys doing?
Well, if we are going to get tackled, I think we are going to have to go in.
I'm ready.
Alright. Well, we know they're waiting for us. Do we know if there's a back entrance?
Doesn't matter.
He saw no other entrance into this cavern.
Are you ready?
We could always wait until they starve.
Classic.
Do an old siege, throw
Can we
some
take-
dead cows
Can
in
we
there
take
to
a
spread
short
disease.
rest, since we don't think they are going to come out?
The only problem is the captain might come.
This is fine. Holt can keep watch.
I just got here.
That's right.
Haven't even fought yet. I'm running in.
Well, some of us
Ready?
need to take a short rest.
I would
Very
prefer.
badly.
I'd prefer a
try.
short rest.
Ready? Wait, didn't Tony see a couple of the guys run off to the side with the captain?
Yeah, there was I can't do it anymore. It's gone. There was a group that rushed off with the captain to the east as they were commanded to.
Leroy Jenkins.
We're gonna get flanked.
We've been hoodwinked.
So you're saying if we take a short rest, we're gonna get flanked. So it's either run in.
Well,
Or we're
or
gonna
when
fight
we run
those-
in, we're gonna get flanked.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should hunt down those guys first.
Okay, ready?
No.
Who's going in with me?
Not yet.
Maybe we should hunt down the runaways.
We have some of our
runners
people
off.
that need a rest. I mean,
I don't need any people who don't need any more health. Stand watch for the people who will try to come back.
how are you doing?
I am hurt pretty bad. I mean, I feel like I like less than a quarter health.
Take this potion.
We had a potion.
You have one too.
I pulled it off the dead guy.
Before, I would prefer a short rest as well if we could, just to regain my soul strength.
Who's at max health?
All right.
Who's feeling good?
How long is a short rest?
Feel ready.
30
1 hour.
You and I
1
stand
hour.
watch.
And you
while
have
they
to
take a
be
short rest.
uninterrupted throughout that hour for it to work.
Okay.
Do we?
So I just
There's no way we're
ran
gonna get that.
straight up for
Listen,
a few minutes,
listen, let
and
me-
now I have to stand
Listen,
and watch
let me talk to you.
things.
Do you care about your friends?
So let's just go. I'm ready.
Because if we go in there, they might die.
You just got a potion.
It's not going to help them all the way.
2d4 plus.
A wee man like that, one potion will do.
we were 7,
Hmm?
4 and 3.
Nice. Plus 2. So 9 total.
On.
All right.
Oh, I'm good now.
All right, guys.
Right, never mind.
Let's go.
So we
Come in
have the bears and owlbears in cages here.
Oh, hold. Don't you have that animal handling glaive?
Yeah?
Maybe Tony said that there were bears and things in there. Maybe you should have that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how to use it,
No time
But-
like the present to learn.
but I'll try.
Are we going in or
So I
not?
put the shield away, and I pull out the animal handling glaive. So should I try to get him on our side, or
If that's how it works.
As you pull out the animal handling glaive, you feel an overwhelming sensation that I refuse to use any weapon other than my Bane glaive. This is not even close to worthy enough. And you put that back and pull out the Bane glaive.
Okay, guess we're going in an opposite direction.
I
All right,
guess
thought
we
we
won't
talked
go.
about that, but I guess you know best. Let's move
I guess
in.
we found out the curse.
I like this one better.
Okay, hold.
Ready?
Wait.
Can anybody
I just
else
want to say a quick
use
little
one?
prayer to Paylor before we come rushing in. This might be the last time I say one. Anyone else want to say their last rites, potentially?
Tyr, guide us all. And I and Morthos and Sola are blessed.
Okay, and that lasts 10 minutes.
What does the
Correct.
blessing do?
D4 to your attack.
So you had a D4 to any
Nice.
attacks and saves.
Who has it?
The three of
Good.
us.
And then I say a quick prayer to
So-
Paylor.
Let me, hold on.
Okay.
Sorry. So we got off map here, Sola,
I like that you're seeking out the divine now.
Old,
Listen,
and
we got to do something, right?
Orthos.
What we've been doing thus far really hasn't been working.
We keep dying every like 4 episodes.
Yeah. Some of us lose hands, like her over there,
Ready?
and it happened.
Okay, so as your party readies itself, makes its way down the cave's tunnel towards this opening, you see
At jog speed. I'm jogging.
you're going
Jogging?
quickly, not
I'm
worrying
jogging.
about stealth.
No,
I
I'm not.
assume, Hold, that you're in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You emerge at the mouth of the cave, and you see the beasts around you.
You love caves, huh?
You see Hackel standing at the front,
Oh,
waiting for you to emerge,
it's
flanked by 2 other giant minotaur.
sweet.
You see a fire cultist clad in armor that almost looks like there is fire emitting from the gaps in the plates. In his heart is a roiling flame that looks embedded into his chest. His eyes glow bright fire, and he wields a spear with flames coming off of it.
I want
Stands behind.
Run away.
And huddling in the corner with its arms crossed, watching these cultists that have sought to make peace with it in its home, you see a giant green dragon.
With its arms crossed.
As it is taking in the spectacle, you see owlbear bits and pieces around its feet as it seems to have been gorging itself. And that is where we will pick up our adventure next week.
And run away!
But before we end our episode for the evening,
What?
before we end our episode for the evening, we are going to give away this amazing brass dragon.
Fire and catch it.
And so,
Fire and poison.
to enter, I want you to type in exclamation point screwed, SCREWED,
I'm in.
exclamation point screwed, because
And if I win, I'm giving it away for anyone who gives me 3 advantages. Thank you.
Oh.
So I'm about to get. I'm fine though. I got all the right things on me. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah.
I got a little R next to my thing that says poison.
Is there a song? Oh, can you
And
play
I
the
got
help?
tools for fire.
Can anybody help? I need someone, just help.
Need somebody.
Yeah, that one.
Dude, at least we're
Great song.
blessed. We got this.
All right.
Yeah.
Just stay behind me.
So if
I
you want
will.
to take part in this last giveaway, type in exclamation point screwed as we await the fate of our adventurers with the battle before them. So we have Hold that emerges at the front of the line.
Dude.
I presume that Eli
You presume wrong?
and Zeus are behind. Sola
Yeah.
and
Oh, I don't want to be that close to an animal.
Kildrick in a cage.
Wait, why do I have
Okay.
a tag on me?
Because you're blessed.
Wait, Kildrick
That's
in the
right.
cage?
That's right, I am.
I'm like, just take me prisoner. Don't kill me.
Still have 3 advantages.
Is disengage an action or a bonus action?
Action. And for you, it's an
Action.
action.
So I
Okay.
can't stunning strike them and then run away.
And so you all
That'd be
appear,
really cool.
and this is the layout that we will have. You see that this cave is about at its peak is about 40
Stunning
feet
strike
high,
is, yes.
and it looks like this dragon has layered here. Behind it, you do see a pile of gold.
Yeah, that dragon's going down.
Dragon
And
gold is cursed, guys. Everybody knows
And
that.
it looks like it's all kind of nestled back in this corner here where Tony was unable to see anything. There is also on this side over here, well, you can kind of see that this seems to be a table with a map and almost like a strategic type of war room type of area set up. And that's where we'll pick things up next week. So, I think that Scooby has the dragon giveaway call. So last call, exclamation point screwed, if you want to have a chance at the brass dragon. We've already given away 4 minis tonight, and this is the final one that we will give away.
What?
Alright,
Oh, your plan isn't gonna work.
that's gonna work.
Yeah, your ring is on fire right now.
Dude, I'm just totally cursed in every way possible.
Oh, son of a...
I'm going right for that thing. You know that.
You
right?
felt it, by the way, start to burn as you approached the mouth of the cave.
Yeah, I kept running. I better win this dragon. I need
hold the dragon
a lot
down,
of
right?
advantages.
Hold, you are useless.
No, I'm not, dude.
Ah. Congratulations, dismissed.
Oh, boo!
Wait, who's?
Congratulations.
I think that's the second week in a row that
Yeah.
dismissed one as well.
What? You won too? Is he even in here?
That's a beautiful figure.
Oh, he came in just to put Ash. Oh.
Congratulations to our winners, Fluff Fluff, Rix, and Dismissed. And we look forward to seeing you all next week. You better be here next week as
The
we
rest of the fight.
have this massive battle go down.
Emphasis on the die part.
And we look forward to seeing you then when we continue to loot, die, and repeat.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Have a
Hey!
great night, everyone. Cheers.
Holy crap. We are